real Grim. What are we gonna do?
Grim, that's how it looks.
I'll take Grim right now.
I am the Grim Reaper.
Bit grim.
The bosses are good.
And make it grim.
A grim tale indeed.
It's a little grim.
Meaningless and grim.
It's the Grim.
It's Grim.
Pretty grim, huh?
Things look grim.
War. War never changes.
I just want to talk. Blue moon, you saw. It's all over. There'll be blue purple. Have a cup of tea. Oh, the sexy baby rolling with the boop-a-lack-a wee. Thunder is steady roll and the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea. Tea. Oh, a lawyer in a courtroom in the middle of an alimony scene. And stopping on the floor when the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea.
Right. Hello, whoever's still waiting to watch us. We've got some new players, new characters, which we will have to work into the game. And missing a couple of people due to real life interruptions, but we will figure out what we're going to do about that as well in the game. Does anyone want to, who was here, so that's 2 of you, do either of you want to recap what we did last time? To show you were paying attention.
Martha, do you want to take it? I'm having a bit of a coughing fit right now.
Sure. So, it was Detective John Downs, Martha Meyer, and I don't have her name in front of me. A kindergarten teacher were selected, quote unquote, randomly, on an expedition from the vault out to explore the new world. Let's see. We emerged in a irradiated crater. We had to find a satellite that was leaching some power. We found the satellite. In order to fix it, get the power working, we had to go find some mechanical devices. We ran across a Protectatron that had gone crazy, escaped from that, got our gear from a abandoned factory, and I think we're heading back now to make the repairs on the satellite dish. Did I
That sounds
important?
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So have all your windows open before you start the game, Grim. That would be clever. All right. So yeah, you return to the little settlement of Dish, which is where the impromptu radio station had been set up. And there's a little farm and encampment outside it, and a little sort of way station run by Vera, not that you met her, where she used to sell food and drink to passing travelers on their way to surrounding towns. But the route here has died off quite a bit. Hold that thought 1 second. I just got a message from T-Shirt. So he's not been well, but he says he will join us in a bit if he can. All right. Right. Yes. So, Vera was out gathering some supplies with Jeeves, the robot, who's been helping her of late for want of anything better to do, and a mysterious wanderer, Anton, who turned up out of the blue a few weeks back looking for any odd jobs to do and has been chopping wood and mucking out cattle and generally making himself useful and keeping his head down until then. So, yeah, you've been out foraging and gathering. Jeeves, he's built for more rarefied, higher things in life, but he does make a good beast of burden when you can impress upon him. So as you three arrive back at Dish, there's a bit of a fuss. Everyone's abuzz. There are a half dozen people that live here, most of whom are related, about the strange visitors that turned up recently. You gather from the gossip that they were a bunch of strangers, all very clean for the most part, dressed in blue and gold, speaking with odd accents, and asking about all kinds of weird things. They headed off down to the other side of the crater, which is just to the south of Dish, to find some weird technical gubbins, apparently, something to do with the dish and the radio tower. So they're probably all dead, but, you know, they might come back. How do you three want to busy yourselves around Dish while you find out what happens?
Hi, we're no strangers. I'm Martha Meyer. This is John Down. We're from Vault 501.
Hello, welcome to Dish. Where'd you come from? I mean, a vault, obviously, but
that's not an issue.
It's right over there. It's right down there, a few miles. You should come by sometime.
Martha.
You just might.
Listen, we have something to do with your dude up in the tower, and when that's completed, then we can answer all your questions. But until then, we have a job to do, Martha.
Right.
Well, perhaps Jeeves and Anton and I can assist you.
No, that's okay. We got it handled. Thank you. We got it handled.
If you're
important stuff.
So.
I
You
do.
guys can follow along. He takes a little bit to warm up to people. We can always use help.
Okay.
So for your various hooks, well, for Anton, there's safety in numbers and helping these guys out with your relative knowledge of the wastes and capabilities. Maybe they'll be able to pay you or keep you in food or provide a little protection should any of the Rad Coast provosts come to find you. And Jeeves, these people are clean and fairly well equipped and so on. Certainly a step up from being a butler to a greasy spoon cook and waitress who's half dead. And as far as Vera's concerned, your cafe here, it's pretty much wound up. Nobody comes through here anymore.
Yeah.
You know, this smells like opportunity, a chance to move on and get away and find something better.
Of course.
All right.
Also more opportunity to get paid.
Well, yes.
Brain the size of the planet, and I'm having to stay here and do manual labor.
Pretty much. Yeah. Okay. Where's my stats on Dish?
Well, Martha, then why don't you and Betsy sit and talk to our new friends here, and I'll go up in the tower and see Jimmy, get the parts installed.
Okay. I'm sure you won't need help.
He's
know my
blind.
way
What's he gonna do?
It's gonna Zatoichi your ass.
All right.
Just deal with them. Just deal with them. That's all right. I'll go get it done. Just look. I got 2 months left and I'm retired, so I want to get out of here. So get this job done, so I can go back to the vault and take it easy.
All right. Just call if you need. Get to know the locals here.
Okay, so John goes marching in to the dish to go and talk to Jimmy. We don't really need to do like character descriptions or anything much. I think, yeah, we can go on first impressions from the pictures since everyone's got them. We can take it from there. All right, so John goes marching in to the station, up the well-worn metal stairs, up into the sort of observation deck, where Jimmy is sat at the decks, flipping switches and playing music and speaking very close to the mic. But despite all that, he seems to hear you come in. Huh? Who's there?
It's John, the one who gave you the new music. I hear you playing. I got the parts.
Should have been able to tell because you don't smell like cow shit.
Yeah, I got the parts that we need to install here. So,
right. Have you got the technical skill to put it together without wrecking everything?
I can work on it. Yeah.
It's not exactly filling me to the brim with confidence, there, John.
Just hang on a minute. Did you do you want to take the station down, shut it off while I work on it, or you want to just go ahead and let it run while we work on it?
I'll let people know so they don't panic. So he leans into the mic. Says, "This is Jimmy Travis, GB4 Radio, and we'll be going offline for a while to do some technical fixes, hitting things with hammers, adding some more wasps to the tin of beans, and seeing how things go. Hopefully, we'll be back soon. Lickety split." He makes a tone noise from a button and then switches everything off. You weren't really aware of the background hum that was going on until it stops, but suddenly things seem extra silent.
Well, so Jimmy, I got both the phase aligner that we need to install, but I also got your signal booster.
Nice. Okay, well, in case you burn everything out, let's do your bit first, shall we?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there?
I'll help as best I can.
What do you know how we get up onto that part of the dish? Because the phase aligner is that little piece right on the tip, right?
Well, we need to prep everything down here first. We don't want you getting microwaved like popcorn, do we?
Yeah, but is there an actual entrance to up there on the dish or no?
Yeah. Back behind those boxes, there's a ladder attached to the wall, and there should be a hatch at the top. So yeah, you should be able to get to the dish up there when you need to. But first, let's get everything unhooked and rehooked up down here. All right. So to get that done, I'm gonna need a intelligence and either repair or science.
Okay, well, I'll take science because it's better for me.
Okay.
Wait,
And you can have a bonus dice for Jimmy walking you through everything.
Okay. Do we have any momentum at the beginning of the game?
You have points equal to the number of players, so 5.
Okay. So this is one of the most important things we need to get done. So we'll take 2 out of the
Okay.
pool. So 3 points worth.
We also have a fix-in magazine just in our inventory.
Yeah, which can, if you read that, gives you a reroll.
Does John Downs tell everyone he's going to repair the dish?
He just tells you what he told you before he went inside.
Yeah, I told Martha. Martha can deal with you guys. Whoa, that's pretty good. So 2 and a 3 and a 10 and a 7 and 8. So that's that's everything. Right, my intelligence. Yeah, 10. 10 is my number.
Okay, so
I got
plenty
3
of successes.
Yeah, so I got 3 normal and 2 I don't know what to call them here. Criticals.
Yeah. So each critical counts as 2 successes. So that gives you
A ton.
fairly large total there. All right. So yeah, with Jimmy talking you through all of it, You do all the necessary rewiring. It's still going to take some time, even with those critical rolls. All right. So meanwhile, outside, what are you guys talking about?
So I'm sorry to ask this. What state are you guys from? I don't really recognize the accent.
State?
Yeah. I think we're from Vermont. That's what we were guessing.
Vermont? Wait, hold on. That rings a bell from when I was a kid. Wait.
I'm made of Sheffield steel.
Yes, Chief, yes. Are you from the United States?
That's where we are, right? Right?
No.
Vera,
Yeah.
maybe you want to take this.
This is a prank. This is a good one, guys. Seriously.
No. I'm sorry, Martha, but you're in the United Kingdom, or what's left of it.
England?
Yes.
But that's
Great
impossible.
Britain. Emphasis on great.
But Vault 501 is an American vault.
Maybe, I don't know. That's just that. I think maybe Vault 501 was here as a contingency plan or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Whatever a vault even is, you don't really know.
Yeah, I know about bunkers. What are vaults?
Martha sits in a daze and then starts furiously flipping through the Vault Scout manual.
They say back in the day, these companies were international. Maybe there were some vaults built over here.
Maybe.
Why would they tell us? I think John will know. He's a cop.
Cops know everything. There's some details in your scout guide on how to figure out latitude and longitude. So with a bit of time and a global map, you might be able to position exactly where you are.
Well, she's putting together that their voices do sound kind of like some of the old movies that they would watch and some characters.
Maybe they're from New England.
How did you guys get here? Are you from vaults? Maybe English vaults?
I'm from a factory.
I come from. Hold on, where was I? I don't know. I don't remember that far back as well. But I think I was in a cave when I was young.
Okay.
I'm here for a long time. Probably is. How old are you?
Oh, me? I'm 28.
Oh, well, yeah. I've been this age for about 200 years.
200 years. Come on.
So there are these people up here that were affected by the radiation. They kind of look like Vera.
Well, I noticed.
And they live a long time. The problem is they live so long. Well, sometimes without the right chems, they can snap. Suppose that's true for us humans too.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it, but yeah, I have some experience with that.
Oh, you got a couple more. You got a century on you. You're good.
You say
So
that.
it's not just a terrifying skin rash. No offense intended. It makes you
no
live
offense taken at all. This is how I've looked for as long as I can remember.
It makes you live forever, but eventually go insane.
Well, not so much go insane as lose everything that makes you you and then become a ravening, cannibalistic monster.
Well, it's kind of fuzzy. I mean, I heard chems can help.
I've heard that, but
Only
I
recently.
don't know.
Kelroy, the scavenger ghoul, he also hangs out the settlers, sort of wanders by while they're having this part of the conversation and just holds out his arms, goes, brains, and walks past.
Martha jumps behind Anton as he does. Are you also a ghoul?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it's pretty visible once you become one.
So are you from a vault then? Is everyone who's not from a vault a ghoul?
Nah, but
No,
I
I am a
probably am.
robot. I am quite clearly a robot.
We have robots in Vault 501. Don't look like you.
Consume my shiny ironclad posterior.
I mean, my DNA is probably worse for wear over the generations, but I'm about as human as I can tell.
Where do you come from?
Don't really
You-
know. I was
So say you're probably from the outskirts of London, but you're free to make things up as you prefer.
He's from Stratford upon Avon.
around the general London area. But
London.
nah, you don't want to go back there. It's all bombed out. Worse than the Second World War.
Yeah, but
There
if
was a
I'm
set
hearing
that-
correct, King George is starting to make things a little better in there, in that area.
I
King
don't
George?
I
Yes,
don't
King
get involved
George.
with
What
politics.
saved the king?
Like King George. Like, not the King George.
What's the King George?
1776. T.
Oh no! It's the year is 2277. So no. He's not that old. He's old, but not that old.
Okay. Right. Things make sense.
Specifically, is King George VII.
I don't know
They
if
said no.
Vera would know that, just because I don't know if King George has many radio broadcasts where he announces his lineage and title.
No, it's just King George as far as you're concerned. Besides, your brain has been slightly Swiss cheesed by radiation. And all right. So, meanwhile, John comes down, grabs the magazine off Martha to help him with the other part of the repairs.
John,
You move.
John, we're in England.
We're in England.
We're in England. The vault's in England.
Well, do you know the nature of our vault?
To live underground until we're ready to recolonize and
Yeah,
rebuild.
don't worry your head about it. I believe we had an ambassadorial vault, where they set up on another country and it's considered your home territory.
What?
Like an embassy. A vault underneath an embassy. I'm sure that's what it was. Now I got stuff to do. Goodbye. And I head back upstairs.
I hope
All
he's
right.
not in charge, is he?
No, we take votes.
Yes, you're a democracy of sorts.
We're in an anarcho-syndicalist commune over here.
Strange mutants lying in swamps. There's no way to establish who's in charge. Okay. So you also had Betsy with you. But she's taken ill. She's had a case of the vapors since the encounter with the flesh bicycle and the car salesman robot. So she's resting and will be out of action for a day or two, conveniently enough. All right, so John goes back in, move the boxes out of the way, climb up the rickety ladder, but the trapdoor at the top is pretty heavily rusted shut. It'll take quite some oomph to get it open.
Does he have a crowbar or anything to try to open it up with?
He probably does. Okay, so let's see. All right, difficulty 2 to bust open the jammed thing with the crowbar. So that'll be strength and athletics.
That's not great for this guy. All right. Yep. No. Nope.
Nope. No successes.
Nope. That's not happening.
Okay. It makes horrible graunching noises, and you're showered with rusty dust, but it doesn't open.
All right. So I go back down to get Martha because she's got muscles of those scouts, She does all that scouter weightlifting. So
I heard you grunting up there. Need a hand?
Yeah, can you take my place here and try to crowbar this thing open?
All right, let's give it a try. Stretch out first. Do a couple lingering exercises. So
if it works, he loosened it for you.
Oh, great. So that's a strength of. Oh no, what do I have? Strength of 6, athletics is 3. So what do I need to get higher than?
Is your athletics starred or not?
Yes.
Okay, so anything under 6 is a success. Anything under 3 is 2 successes.
So that's a 12 and a 6.
Okay, so that's 1 success. But you need 2 to get it open. So you wrench at it, but it still refuses to budge.
I'll maybe spend a action point.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So that means you've got 2 action points left now.
Hey, Jim, when I had that really good roll the first time, didn't I put some action points back?
Oh, yes.
You needed 2.
It's the number of excess successes.
Yes.
And you got like 6, didn't you? So
No, I got 7, actually. And I needed 2 of them.
Well,
5 back is more than it can be.
Yeah. But it's a maximum of
6.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you can spend 1 or 2 points to roll extra dice.
Yeah, I rolled an extra dice. I got an 8. So no.
So no. Yeah. Despite really sort of throwing your weight into it, jabbing the pry bar into it, and then hanging your whole weight off the end of the pry bar, just doesn't work.
So how did you guys get up here before? Let's say to Jimmy. How you guys?
Haven't been up there in 20 years, so it wasn't stuck then.
Would you like someone with a bit more strength to try it?
Yeah, maybe a robot can do it.
So you're going to go down and fetch the robot?
Yeah, come down and ask for Jeeves's help politely.
In answer to your question, Witch King, Vera thinks she's that old at least, but the resource wars were only just before the Great War. So
Okay. So because it says that she's like it was only a child when the Great War happened. So I'm like, that could part of her damage her brain or something.
Yeah, your brain is all messed up. Maybe it's your father's metal. You're not sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeeves, can you bend metal?
It's not something that I was designed for, but I suspect that I am stronger than you are.
Yeah, that's fair. we have a hand?
I suppose.
All right. So,
2d20.
yes, 2d20. You need 2 successes. Let me just check your sheet for you. Jeeves. Well, Jeeves is your model. Your actual name is Falstaff. But going by Jeeves is fine. People remember that better, probably. So your strength is 7 and your athletics is 1. So yeah, roll 2d20. Anything 7 or under is a success. And if you roll a 1, that's 2 successes.
I rolled a 1.
So that's 2 successes.
And a 17, which is a fail. So
yeah. Right. So yeah, you stamp up on your metal feet. Make your way halfway up the ladder because you're a bit more humanoid, a bit more like an assaultron than a protectron, really. So you're able to climb things and climb up. The ladder rungs start to bend under your considerable robotic weight, but you grab the pry bar, stick it into the side, pull. There's a sort of whirring noise as your servos engage, and then gradually, slowly, the whole thing pops clear. The top of the trapdoor flies open with a clang, and a load of dusty rust and old leaves fall down on top of Jeeves.
happy to be of service.
Oh, good job, Jeeves.
Thank you. That was mightily appreciated. Can you come down there so I can go up and deal with the repair?
Oh, yes. You probably can't get past me. I'll be down in a second.
Thank you.
I'll
So, yeah,
go down the ladder.
he climbs down, bending the rungs a bit more on the way. But now you can get access to the top.
All right. Once Jeeves is down, I'll head up there.
Okay. So yeah, you clamber up and out onto the top. Up here, you're fairly exposed to the elements, but you have a pretty good view of everywhere in all directions. So there's this sort of scrubby plain in front of you to the south, and then the crater beyond that.
First thing
and
I
then
do.
on the far side of the crater, you can see the little industrial park where you found all the tech stuff. Looking over your shoulders, sort of in the northwesterly direction, you think you can make out the shapes of some buildings and some plumes of smoke, maybe from fires off in that direction.
I'll hand up the opera glasses.
The opera glasses.
If he wants to.
The first thing I do is I take that piece of cable and I tie off off the ladder and then tie off to myself before I start walking around and doing anything.
Yeah.
And, then I head over and deal with putting the part in.
Okay.
Double checking that magazine if necessary.
Yeah. All right. Make an athletics roll. You can have a bonus dice with all the harness and everything to climb up to the bit that you need to fix. Only need 1 success.
Yeah, I better grab one die out of the pool, 1 point.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing I did. Chico, 1 success.
Okay. And now either a science or repair roll, whichever's highest to fit the necessaries.
I'll do science again, and I'll grab the 2 again. Alrighty. There we go. 2 successes, and that's it. Just 2 successes.
That's enough. All right. So you clamber up on the ancient and rusty service ladders and tiny, narrow platforms, getting a touch of the old vertigo until you get up to the receiver segment, transmitter receiver segment in the sort of central pylon of the huge dish, and slot the new part into place, removing the old part, which is rusted out, shattered, and has apparently been a nest for some mice or something at some point, but you pull it free and let it drop. Everything should now be in order. Just needs to all be turned back on again.
Okay. And it's good and secure. It's not going to fall out or anything.
That should be fine.
Okay. All right.
Slotted in perfectly, like new.
All right. So carefully make my way back down. Make sure I use the rope so I don't fall or anything. And get back down and tell them, hey, it's installed. Jimmy, so do you want to install the signal booster as well now, or?
Yeah, that just needs to go in my cobbled together equipment down here.
So do you want to do that, or you want me to do it?
Yeah, just leave it on the side within arm's reach, and I'll fix it after you're done here.
Okay. All right. Here it is.
All right. Do you want to do the honors, or shall I?
Oh no! You've been running this thing for how long? You can take care of it.
All right. He feels his way across the console and pulls his wheelie chair over, and then pulls a nice big satisfying switch with a clunk. The lights all come back up. That hum reoccurs, but at a higher pitch this time. And those of you who have Pip-Boys, they ping, detecting the signal, and begin downloading update files.
Okay. So I check my Pip-Boy and make sure everything's hooked up the way it's supposed to be again.
Yeah, so you plug it in. Yeah, everything is set. It's just how it's supposed to be. And you can see a little progress loading bar going across your screen.
Yep. So can I send a message back to the vault now saying, hey, I'm done. It's time to come back. I'm done. So I send a message. Okay, I've done your stupid job. I want to come home. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'll be there shortly.
You get an immediate reply from Locke, the Vault's AI, saying, please stand by for new orders. And that comes through on Martha's Pip-Boy as well. The rest of you have never seen a Pip-Boy before.
What is that thing on your wrist?
I'm pre-war technology. Would I have seen one?
No, but the British Robotics Corporation, who built you, make a similar device, but it comes as like almost like a big chunky watch on a chain, like a pocket watch.
Okay. So I guess I'm at least familiar with what it is without knowing.
Yeah, it's a wearable personal computer and communications device.
Yeah,
with a broad set of applications. Top of the line pre-war technology. Not as good as the British Robotics Corporation technology, of course. It's far superior.
Except they light it on fire really quick.
Well, so I go over to Jimmy and I'm like, thanks. I really appreciate you letting me take care of this. It's going to make our people happy.
I appreciate you helping me out with the signal. I'll be able to overpower a lot of the other little ham radio stations and things and broadcast a lot further. And if you come across any other music while you're out and about, you bring it back here, and I'll see what I can do. Appreciative listeners sometimes send me stuff, so.
I got my Pip-Boy and we're connected. I can probably download the Vault tapes. Take me a little while.
Yeah, well, anything you can give me.
I tell you what, since we got to sit and relax a bit, and Betsy needs to rest for a bit, if you arrange for something for me and Martha and yourself and that to eat, and I don't know, get someone to make it for us or whatever, and I'll sit and download what I can for you now. Yep.
Sure. All right. He presses another button and speaks into another microphone, and outside, Jimmy's voice booms. Hey, Vera, the guy in here. Do you want some food for him and his friends? Can you rustle something up? I'll pay you.
Okay, fine.
What, you run a cafe?
What?
You run a cafe?
Yeah, but I'm almost done with it. So hold on.
I'm quite happy to go and cook some food.
Yes, you do it. You do it,
what
Jeeves.
I was built for.
You do it. You can do it. Don't worry, you can do it.
Okay.
Jimmy, I hate to ask, would you mind pausing the music again for a minute? I'd love to climb up there and see if I can sketch a little map of the surroundings.
Yeah, I'm sure. I need to fit this booster in anyway, so.
All right. I'll do the same thing, tie off a piece of cable and
So you get a bonus dice, a roll, athletics, and strength to climb up successfully.
All right, so that's just so I get so if a strength is 6, athletics is 3, and it's starred, that means a 9 or a 6?
No, it means 6 or under is a success, and then your skill level with the star means 3 or under is a success.
I get it.
Jim,
All right.
I think.
The target number is based on adding those two together.
Oh yes, sorry, So
Yeah.
it is 9. Yeah.
Oh, it's a 9. Okay. Okay, an 11 and a 20.
So yeah, not so good.
Can I'll take another action point. I don't want to.
Okay, you got 2 left at the moment, I think.
Then you're tied off at least, so you're not going to fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not fall that badly.
Another 20. Okay. Great.
All right, so you climb up with your sketchbook, and the wind suddenly changes direction, and you topple over the side.
Does she call out?
You probably.
As soon as she does, man, John's on the ladder running up.
Okay.
Not climb as fast as he can.
Martha falls off the side, swings down on the cable, and bangs into the side of the window, startling Jimmy inside. Take 1 health point of damage. And you're hanging unceremoniously upside down.
Do you want me to make a check for climbing up?
Climbing's fine, but pulling her up is going to be tricky because the cable's pretty hard on the hands.
Yep. Is that athletics?
Yes, be strength athletics.
Okay. Oh, I got a 3. That's good.
Okay. All right.
That's only 1 success for me, but still.
That's fine. All right. So Martha is unceremoniously hauled back up onto the roof of the dish platform.
Well, we don't want to be losing you like that. You're a pain in the butt, but you're a cute pain in the butt. Now get down there.
Thank you. I kind of want to try again.
What are you trying to do?
I want to get a better view. Let's sketch a little map.
A better view of what?
That's what we were sent to do, to understand the outside world better.
Okay. Wait a minute. So let me make sure that the rope is tight, the cable is tight on you. I'll stay back and, brace myself at the stairway so that you can't fall all the way off, right? I'll slowly let the cable out as much as you need to move, but just be careful. So I assist her.
I have a badge in the ropes course. That shouldn't have happened.
Okay, well that's fine. Get done what you got to do. Come on, this is dangerous up here. Let's get down.
With the help, there's almost no chance of you falling. So yeah, you can get into position and you can sketch, roughly what you think the surrounding area is kind of like.
All right, can I with the goggles, the opera glasses, and that's great. That's because he's helping because I just got a 19. But with the opera glasses, do a survival check, see if there's anything of note or
any more detail. You don't need to roll anything, but you're fairly sure that the smoke you see rising from the sort of distant settlements is controlled smoke. So someone making a controlled fire, not just something burning down randomly. So that's a good sign that there's civilization.
All right, jot it down, but get down safely and start nursing my wound.
Yeah. Speaking of smoke, Jeeves was making dinner.
Yeah, I've just rolled an endurance test and got 2 failures. So I'm making sushi for our foreign guests.
Oh God!
You don't have any fish.
Red root wrapped in nettle. Also raw.
Those bugs, because they're fish.
Yeah, it would be a survival roll, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I can
Okay.
help out in the kitchen.
I'm actually not bad. Yeah, I'm not bad at this. If I smell smoke.
Jeeves was doing it. All right, so yeah, with all of that done and your sketches in place, you reconvene in the little cafe, which is like a big old style Airstream trailer. It's seen better days and it's seen a lot more use than it does now, but at least it's somewhat comfortable and out of the wind. And when Jeeves emerges from the little galley kitchen with some raw insect flesh wrapped in nettle leaves, yeah.
So these are going to sting your hand if you pick them up.
Ta-da!
Maybe
I knew I should have made
Our
food.
esteemed guests seem to be
Jeeves!
Come
on.
jolly foreigners. So I thought I would create a fine dish of foreign food here. I present you with this sushi.
Well,
Not a meat pie?
Is there any part of this sushi that's edible?
Well, technically, nettles are edible and they're pretty good for you, like spinach in a lot of ways. But you typically cook them first to get rid of the needles so they don't sting you. And the insect flesh, it is edible, but you should probably cook it to avoid parasites and poisons. And
so basically,
Maybe
he just skipped the whole cooking step. Sorry, Vera.
we could throw it back in the pot for a few minutes longer.
Well, traditionally, sushi is served cold and raw. But if you would like me to cook it first, I'm sure we can do that.
Jeeves, sushi just means on rice. It doesn't mean cold or raw. It means on rice.
Oh,
you don't have any rice.
But you don't have any rice.
We don't have rice.
Yes, which is
why
that's not
we
sushi.
have roach meat and nettles.
Yes, but it's not sushi, which means you need to cook it.
Well, at least the nettles. Well, you know what? The bug fish meat too.
Cook it all.
I'll just slip into the kitchen and toss these in a pot of water, and I'll make the survival roll.
Not to worry. I'll return to the kitchen and
Okay, well, decide who is making the cooking roll.
Okay,
while we
so-
get T-shirt set up.
yeah, I'll come back to the kitchen. But if you want to cook it, because this is foreign food, which I'm not very like.
I got a badge in cooking. I'll take a crack.
My apologies.
I have
thought-
survival 3 and endurance 5, so yeah.
I got a 6 and a survival 3. Let me make the attempt.
Okay, so
I'll do it.
2 dice, see if you get any successes. Hey, T-shirt, I will catch you up in a sec.
No problem.
You can either play that Vault Dweller that you were going to play, the burly security guy, or you can check out the Wastelanders, and if you see one of those that you like, you can play that one.
Grim, I got 1 success.
Okay. Well, in grand British tradition, you know how to boil the shit out of something, so it's at least not going to poison or sting you now. If you're assisting, yeah, you roll 1 dice.
Yeah, I got a success on that as well.
Okay, so all right, slightly better than just edible. Right, so eventually that's done, and your food is laid out. Sure, can you hear us? We can't hear you. Are you alive?
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Just quiet. Just 'cause I'm looking through stuff.
Okay. So yeah, there's 2 sections of characters. There's the Vault Dwellers, and there's the Wastelanders. The Vault Dwellers section has a cheat sheet for the system at the beginning of it. You were going to play the Vault Dweller security guy. It would be handy if you did again. But if you really like the look of one of the other ones, you can play them.
They're all kind of cool. I do need the link to the original sheet, though.
Both links are there.
Are they both there? Okay.
Top two.
I can just tap the bottom one. Okay. So yeah, I guess Officer Thomas showed up kind of late, huh?
Yes, but that will actually turn out to be fairly handy. So
I do need a picture of Officer Thomas.
there is a picture after the cheat sheet, but before the characters. One of the bottom two.
But will it let me save it?
So we'll carry on with this comedy of errors in the kitchen while you get yourself sorted out.
You do that.
All right.
We make
Food.
fire?
Does food heal? I think it does. If someone took damage, and we need to know this stuff.
Quick, eat 6 whole wheels of cheese. You'll be fine.
Food. Well, that's the point. Eating insects. I guess Martha's probably okay with that, and John is a hard drinking cop, so he's fine with that as well.
Anton
Won't force you.
will. Oh,
Anton
Yeah,
is well familiar with eating. Yeah,
he's gonna eat it, but like eat it completely wrong. Like unravel the nettles. Like eat the middle, eat the nettles separate. Just housing it like an animal.
Meanwhile,
here we go.
Vera is just eating the cooked version because, like, I don't want to go back to the way I used to live.
Nettle eating competitions are a fine British tradition.
Yeah.
So Martha's chewing and looks up, trying to put on a happy, optimistic face. That's crunchy.
Is this anything like what you have down in the vault?
Maybe if you put bread in a toaster for a little too long, it would taste like this.
You have bread?
Haven't had bread in forever. I don't know how long it's been.
Yes, you could have your hit point back, Martha, from eating your Rad Roach boiled sushi.
Beautiful.
Right. Okay. So, you ready, T-shirt? Or are you still sorting out your icon?
There we go.
Oh yeah, that'll do. Close enough. All right. So meanwhile, down in the vault, Officer McIntosh is summoned to the Overseer President's quarters, or office, rather.
G'day.
So your pit boy bleeps and summons you. Being the good little boy that you are, you make your way through the enormous Warren-like vault 501 that you call home, and make your way in. There are a few other senior security people in here as well, and the deputy overseer, a rather harsh, pinched-looking woman. She calls you over. Officer McIntosh? Thomas McIntosh?
Mm-hmm.
As you know, we sent out a group of pioneers about a day ago now.
Gone and cock things up, haven't they?
No, not exactly. It's just the information they've got isn't quite what we were expecting. They've accomplished their first mission, which has reconnected us with some pre-war satellites. We were supposed to be able to make contact with whatever remains of the US government through the satellite network system, but we haven't, which is a little concerning, and we're worried that other things seem a little bit off. But Locke, the Vault AI, doesn't seem to be able to make sense of it. Though, concerningly, he's admitted that there are some problems with his memory banks, which he hadn't reported at any point in the last 200 years. So that's a little concerning as well. So now we have access to the satellite systems. We can have some communications with people above ground, but we'd still prefer to keep things as secure and safe as possible. If, heaven forfend, she crosses herself, the US lost the war, we can't risk ancient satellite systems being tapped into by the Chinese or any other communists. So we want to send... Indeed, I share your passion against the Red Menace. So we want to send you out as well to join the rest of the pioneers, get an update from them, and convey new orders to them. We'd need them to travel to several surrounding landmarks and to get a read on each of those landmarks using the Pip-Boy's internal compass. Then we can cross-reference that against pre-war records and hopefully figure out what the problem is exactly. That's all you need to know at this point. Do you have any questions?
Do I finally get to kill somebody?
If that's really what interests you, I'm sure the above world is replete with bandits and mutants and all kinds of horrible things.
Well, count me in then.
All right, pick up your gear and report to the entrance.
Yep, snappy salute and head right over to my gear.
Okay, yeah, so you stop in at your little vault apartment, grab all your equipment, stop by the security station, get your armor and your other bits and bobs, and then make your way to the grand entrance to the vault. You don't get a big send-off like the others did. There's no parade or horns. The president doesn't give a speech or anything. One of the overseer here is called the president. One of the presidential offices, little sort of runabouts, does come to see you before you leave and hands you a post-it note that just says thanks, and then it has the squiggly signature of the overseer on it. So yeah, that's nice at least. Security detail does join you in case anything tries to break in, and then the entrance is graunched aside just enough for you to squeeze through in your armor. The security detail snaps you a salute. Good luck out there.
Thanks. I'll kill a few commies for you.
Roar! And they all high five and make macho grunting noises. All right. We'll keep this quick because we want to get you caught up to the others. But you're blinded by the light as you emerge. So blink and realize that that big light in the sky is that thing called the sun that you learnt about in school in the vault, and it's setting, which is similar to when the lights go down in the vault for the night cycle. As you emerge and sort of slowly blink and adjust your eyes to the sight, you realize that you and the vault itself are sat within an enormous crater.
So they dropped a direct hit on top of the bunker.
So it would seem, because parts of the vault are exposed and some sections of the upper parts of the vault seem to have collapsed or been exposed. Off to your left is the remnants of part of the vault. You recognize the architecture, and there's a whole bunch of racks and shattered and much looted computer equipment in there. As the shadows begin to lengthen, you can see that some of the rocks in the shadows glow with their own light.
That ain't good. I think we'll get the hell out of this crater as fast as we can.
Yeah, you look at your Pip-Boy, switch it on. It immediately starts making warning radiation noises and clicking like a bastard. but it can tell you roughly where the others are by tracking their Pip Boys. So you head off as quick as you can, not wanting to be exposed to radiation in this crater any longer than you have to be. All right. When you get to the edge of the crater, you'll have to clamber out. Can you make a strength athletics roll, please?
Okay. What is the rolling procedure?
Okay, so let me just look at your sheet so I can
2 die 20 or something?
guide you through. Yeah, you start with 2 d20s.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your character sheet gone?
Strength 6.
Yeah,
Oh.
and what's your athletics?
3.
3. Oh, there he is. And your athletics has a little star next to it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So roll the 2d20. You add your strength and your athletics together, so that's 9. If either of the dice is under 9, that's 1 success for each one that is. If they roll a 3 or under, that's 2 successes.
Both of them were.
Okay? What'd you get?
7 and a 5.
Okay, so that's both under, so you get 2 successes. And that's basically how that works. All right. Yeah, reaching the edge of the crater as the sun continues to set, you clamber up through twisted remnants of rebar and over lumps of concrete and fused, half-melted stone, haul yourself out over the edge, and quickly make your way across the distance between the edge of the crater and this, what looks like a control tower with a satellite dish on top of it that's some distance away. A few gigantic cows covered in warts and boils and skin ulcers and things moo at you as you hurry past them. You've never seen an animal that big. They look even bigger and a lot less healthy than cows you've seen in picture books.
They smell like they're dead.
Yeah, a few people in sort of ragged clothing are just finishing up on what seems to be a small farm plot as you march closer, but you can hear voices and the sounds of people eating and drinking coming from a big sort of Silverstream style trailer next to this this conning tower or whatever it is.
Check it out.
Okay, you guys are inside. Couple of lanterns are lit now. Power is limited to only the actual building and mostly used by the radio. But yeah, as you're sort of settling in, finishing the meal, drinking some purified water, luxury. The door bangs open, and Detective Downs and Officer McIntosh probably know each other, since you both work vault security.
Holy shit, what are you doing here?
They sent me up here to come find you guys and kill communists.
Well, there ain't many communists, but yeah, we're here.
That sounds like something a communist would say.
Fallout, not paranoia, okay?
Well, we got the transmitter fixed. Are you here to bring us back so we can call it a day on this, or what?
Nope, just here to help you out.
Help you out? Do what?
Yep.
It's fixed.
Got to be more to it than that.
I'm guessing you're
Check your Pip-Boy. It's working. Let me guess. Did you do any special services for the chief that might have gone haywire? That could have got you a promotion outside? That's sort of what I'm feeling happened to me.
I'm not feeling what you're saying there.
I'm saying, did someone in the higher ups not like you? You know, you might have crossed the wrong person, and so you got sent out for a merry little walk with the rest of us? Boy, you're slow, aren't you? That's why you never made it past Beat Cop, right?
Okay,
Are you quite done?
Officer, it's lovely to meet you. I'm Martha Meyer. I'm a Junior Vault Scouts troop leader. Guess what John's asking is, did you apply like I did to be sent to the surface? And if they sent you with any new information or new missions for us?
Nothing new. Just here to help.
That's a lie. There was a mission.
Oh, there
Did you
was?
forget it?
I forgot it.
Visit several surrounding landmarks to triangulate their position.
That's right. Yeah, we're supposed to hit these points on the Pip-Boy and triangulate our position.
Her eyes light up. More exploration.
That sounds awesome. You go do that. I'm heading back.
I'll just place a plate of the sushi down in front of Officer McIntosh.
Okay, it looks like someone crudely attempted to replicate sushi by wrapping chunks of radroach flesh in stinging nettles, then thought better of it and boiled it really, really a lot.
Come on, detective. We need to do this for Vault 501. This is our duty.
I just quietly pushed that aside and, pull out one of my MREs.
Yeah, you're not that hungry yet. Now that you're in proximity to the others, your Pip-Boy beeps and updates their Pip-Boys with the new orders on a safe local transmission.
There you go. Everybody should be updated.
There are 4 sites they want you to visit from their satellite scans of the area, or at least what they've been able to figure out. There is some sort of settlement to the northwest. They want you to visit there, climb to the highest point, and get a fix on your position using your Pip-Boy. There are some weird energy readings off to the east, which they want you to investigate, and again, get to a high place and get your position fixed off that. To the southeast, there's another small settlement they've got some garbled records about that area, so they think it must be significant in some way. So there as well. And finally, another place to the south, quite far to the south, which is a sort of reserve backup place to visit in case any of the others don't work out.
Yeah, first thing I'm going to do is look over at Vera and I was like, y'all meet a new friend here?
Well, apparently she runs this little food place here.
Yeah, but don't worry, we're gonna get out of here because I'm joining up with you guys.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
You're going to need scouts that know the landscape. Not saying Martha's lacking in those skills, but I can show you the way if you bring me along.
And technically, we're the natives, so we should show you around and teach you things.
Oh, he probably doesn't know.
Yeah, you're not in America. You're in England.
Well, shit. This accent's completely wrong.
Either I sound like an idiot and I try and do it, or you get this one.
Maybe you watch a lot of old films on holotape from America.
There's a fun bit in Wasteland 3 where one of the guys has a Scottish accent and you learned from Braveheart.
Yeah, Vera probably just watched a lot of American movies growing up before the apocalypse and after the apocalypse, so that's why she has an American accent.
And she has a bit of a rockabilly look to her as well.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, so I look at my Pip-Boy once he sends us his new orders over, so I don't get to go back. Son of a bitch. And I break out the first of those 4 bottles and sit down. For
Yes.
a long drink.
As if by magic, Detective Downs, Shazam, it's a bottle of whiskey.
Well, if we're all rested up, maybe we should pick a place and have a vote of which one we're going to go to first.
Maybe I'm going to sit right here and drink myself blind drunk, and then you can figure out, do whatever the hell you all want.
It's a free country. You're free to drink yourself to death.
That's good.
No. You remember, you're in Britain, not a free country. Right.
So I'm thinking, I don't know, Vera, Anton, or Jeeves, if you know if this settlement here on the map is friendly. I'd prefer not to run into any more of those goldfish or crazy flesh-rending robots.
Vera takes a look at the map. Does it look familiar to her?
It's not a map exactly. It's just a kind of vague series of instructions. Let's see. I mean, it's very local to you, so you probably should know. Make an... Let's see. Intelligence and survival roll. You can have an extra dice for free.
Okay. Intelligence 7, survival 3.
Can I assist with it?
Yes, you can assist, and Anton can assist as well. So what that means is you each roll 1 dice against the same skill difficulty, and if you succeed, Vera gets additional successes. You got what? Sorry,
I failed.
Okay.
Survival's one of my starred skills. Is that
So any dice that rolls equal to or under the skill level, not just the total, gives you 2 successes.
Nah, failed. 12.
I got no successes. I got a 17, a 20, and a 9.
Okay. No,
actually, the 9 is a success. The 9 is
9 is a success. Okay, right. So the big settlement is probably the town of Bury, Bury. So that's the place to the northwest. They have a fairly good market there. You would have liked to settle there, but it's a bit oppressive.
for ghouls or for everyone.
For ghouls in particular.
Who's in charge there? Would I know that or no? Wait, I failed. Never mind.
No, you've got all the information you're gonna get.
All right.
Maybe we should avoid that place. They don't really take kindly to people like me.
What is it a town? I mean, is it dangerous?
It's a town. They have a pretty good market, but they don't take too well to ghouls.
Well, if you're with us, I'm sure we can vouch for you.
Okay, if you say so.
What do you think, Detective? It sounds easy enough. There's a market there. It's probably just like the market in our vault.
I'm not. Just let me have another drink.
And we have Officer McIntosh with us, so we.
Hey, Martha, did anyone ever tell you got a cute ass when you were climbing that ladder? And I drinks another drink.
She's a little.
You and Betsy would make a wonderful pair. Drinks another drink.
You're drunk.
Well,
and you mean what you say right now.
So the night's coming in. You can either travel through the night to get to Bury, or you can stay here, but there aren't really enough beds.
You guys can travel wherever you want to. I'm laying down right here. Right here.
So when you were going to vote,
if Down starts falling asleep, Vera's going to go get a bucket of water or something, probably filthy, and just splash it on him.
I was about to say, you don't really want to waste good water on that, do you?
This isn't good water. We don't have any good water.
Listen, I'll try to suffer. He's already very grumpy. I think we should let him sleep it off.
Okay, if you think so.
Do you have
What's
any
his problem anyway?
I think he might be an alcoholic. Are there any beds around here, or
There's a few, but you'll probably have to take it in shifts.
You can probably curl up and sleep on the seats in the little diner trailer.
Yeah. Also, there's we have bedrolls, so it can just find
Yeah.
a little piece of
So you can
floor.
just roll them out on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to vote on which way you're going to head first? Before, or do you
Voting
want
is
to wait until
democratic.
Downs has a hangover?
Yeah, we'll take the vote in the morning.
Okay. The night passes fairly uneventfully. When the morning comes, you're awoken by loud mooing as the farmers who live in and around Dish are feeding their giant, ugly pus cattle. So yeah, all the mooing and shouting and clanging and things, yeah, that all rouses you from your sleep fairly quickly.
All right. Time to get up, everyone.
Bugger that.
Morning, campers.
Good morning, everyone. Are you all ready to go out and fight communism?
I suppose
yeah.
so.
For enough cash.
But
sure.
I think I was a communist in a past life.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Well, it's more
Okay.
agreeable than the inspector here.
So here's your choices of where to go. So there's the market settlement of Berry to the northwest. There's the weird energy reading they picked up from the satellite to the east. There's a location that they think is important, but the data was all scrambled to the southeast. And then they've noted a tall structure quite far to the south as a reserve point where you can triangulate from.
My vote is for the market.
Do we have anything to pay for anything we find there?
Well, we could
What's the
trade.
currency in the Great British Wastelands?
Tea bags.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah. But you can, there's some rare trade transatlantic, so the idea of bottle caps has spread. After all, Tenpenny made his way to the US.
And Kate from Ireland to the US.
Yeah. And there's a couple of others. Oh, that Ghoul secret agent guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the third game, Point Lookout.
Yeah. Basically, it's 10 caps to 1 tea bag, roughly, exchange rate.
Okay.
And the good thing about tea bags is you can always have a brew. So,
Well,
I've
we
got
can figure out
3
when we
caps
get there.
on my
But
character sheet. So does that mean I've got caps or tea bags?
it's up to you.
Okay.
I think that Vera may have been to the US at one point in the past 200 years, potentially. But
you may have
since she's
done.
been in the UK for so long, she's just like, I'll just use tea bags.
I think
Okay.
I'm going to have caps where someone's used me as a bottle opener.
I'll
Sounds
take. I'll roll for it. Highs or lows. Highs is tea bags. I got tea bags.
Huzzah. So for every 10 caps, it might say on your sheet, you actually have 1/10 that many tea bags.
Okay. I have bags of tea.
Yeah.
I have
And you can always
560 packages of tea.
and you can always barter for stuff. So you settled on Berry first, then?
Well,
Yeah.
do we get votes or are we not citizens?
We were voting.
of course, you get
All
votes.
Have to ask
We're a
Martha.
church now.
All right. Berry it is then.
Okay. 1 second.
I don't give a damn where you fools want to go as long as there's some more freaking alcohol.
How the hell did you make it in the vault this long and not have an alcohol problem?
What are you talking about? There's plenty of alcohol. You just have to know who to talk to.
I'm gonna have to bust some security people's heads in whenever we get back home.
What are you talking about? Once you make officer, not as in like foot slogger, you get all kinds of perks and alcohol and stuff.
Sounds familiar.
All right. Anything else you want to do before you leave?
No, I hope we do return. I want to talk to that person, Mook, that you have a forest expert. Perhaps can return and I can talk to him. I want to pick his brain.
All right. Okay.
And I want Detective John Downs to walk in front of me because now I know what he can't keep his eyes off of. Appreciate that.
What are you talking about? What?
These vault suits leave nothing to the imagination.
It's like I'm
wearing nothing at all.
Same thought.
Stupid, sexy Flanders. Okay. Right, so you set out. There's a lot of dead trees around here, all leaning away from the crater. It's mostly quiet. You sort of pick your way along and then pass through a screen of shrubs into a rolling meadow. There's a couple of rank-looking ponds off to the left-hand side. And then you cross an old and ancient road. So it cuts across your path. The most direct route to your target is to continue northwest, but if you follow the road, it might get you to the same place.
I think it's probably safer to stay on the road. But the locals might know better.
I could try and navigate us through, but yeah, safe road. This town's as big as they say. Maybe they've got their own security.
Okay, so you settled on following the road instead?
Oh, so we don't know if the road we see the direction we need to head in, but we see the road's kind of heading in a different direction.
Yeah, so you're headed northwest, and the road cuts more east to west. So it's kind of across your path.
Let's walk on the road. Oh, sorry.
Hang on.
I think maybe we should walk on the road a little, and then if it seems like we're not going in the right direction, we can start cutting across.
Okay. No objections? All right.
Nope.
Take a vote.
Okay.
I want to glitch climb over a mountain to get there.
Yeah, Jeeves disappears and reappears on the roof of a nearby building.
God damn it, how does he do that?
All right, so you start following the road. It's mostly broken apart. So it's chunks of asphalt with enormous potholes, so no difference to current reality, really. Here and there, people have clearly tried to patch it with gravel and sand. You've no idea where they got the sand from because, as far as you all know, you're very far away from the coast, as much as you can be in England. You pass by the wreck of what was probably once a very posh building. Can everyone make? Let's see, what rolls do we want? Perception, survival rolls, please.
Not my best, but no successes.
We all need to do that?
Yeah, everyone.
And what was the survival plus what, endurance?
No, perception.
Okay, perception plus survival.
I got
Okay.
3 successes.
2 successes, or 1 success, but counts as 2 because it's tagged.
Whoa, I think I got 2 successes for my 2 dice. Because perception is 5, survival is 3, and I got a 1 and a 4.
Okay.
I got 3 through the alcoholic haze.
Should give you a penalty for being drunk. Okay. So anyone who scored successes, did anyone get more than 2 successes?
Yeah, I got 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got none.
All right. So those of you who got the most successes, which was 3, as you're passing by this wrecked old building, the signage out front says Ulf, but you've no idea what that means. But somewhat distantly, you hear a sort of bleating, honking noise.
Uh-oh. Mutant goose.
No.
Note
you
for
guys
later. Mutant noose. Mutant goose.
Well, it sounds like there's something over there. I got a bit of headache. Macintosh, why don't you see what it is? In that nice fancy armor of yours.
I was
You
planning
hear
to do
another
that anyway.
closer this time. It sounds almost like it's coming from that wreck of the building.
I draw
Maybe we should get out of here.
I'll go have a look. Weapon drawn.
I'm gonna draw my laser pistol. Can I do laser pistol combat knife like the tactical hold?
Yes.
All right.
Martha will draw her pistol, but also start walking faster away from the sound.
I'm tactically
G?
holding a bottle of whiskey in one hand and bourbon in the other.
Dual wielding bottles. What about Jeeves and Vera?
Vera
Well,
has her double barrel shotgun at the ready.
Okay.
I don't need to ready a weapon because it's my eyes.
Yes. All right. So Macintosh starts moving up towards this. You pass through some scrubby long grass that's turned brown. Underneath it, you can hear gravel crunching under your feet. And looking down, the gravel is quite nice stone. It's hidden by all this tall grass. Can you make another perception roll, please? Just Macintosh.
I can
So
try.
perception survival, please. Because I like mixing and matching skills and stats. Because I'm like that.
I got 1 success, but it is a crit.
Okay, so that counts as 2 successes. Right. So as you creep closer, you see the shape of a shadow, some kind of animal, you think. You shift a little bit more, and through the window, you can see a deer, a big deer with 2 heads. One head is lolling and flopping around, and it has an arrow sticking out of it. There's another arrow sticking out of the deer's rump, and it's twisting in circles, trying to reach back with its one good head to pull the arrow out with its teeth.
I think I could kill it in 1 shot.
You could try. It is already hurt. Let me just look at the stats on these. Someone drives past really fast.
Yes, they did.
Radstack.
Pretty amazing because they still haven't gotten the vehicle combat shit ready for Fallout, you know?
Well, they have in the book.
After all these years, we still haven't had
in the Wanderer's Guide, but it's a bit disappointing. I intend to expand on it if vehicles come up with it for us. Okay, Radstag. Well, I mean, you can try shooting it. It's already taken 2 arrow wounds.
Give a what kind of weapon is Macintosh holding?
10 mil.
All right.
Yeah, I'll squeeze off a few rounds at it, try to put it out of its misery.
Okay, so basically a surprise attack. So you can have a bonus dice, so you roll 3d20.
Remember, you can always take some dice from the pool.
Yeah. And its defense is going to count as 0 for the moment.
All right, so small guns and agility?
Yeah.
So that's 2 successes.
Okay, so I think the extra successes add dice of damage. Do you want me to roll for you because I have the special dice, or do you want to roll?
Sure.
Okay, how much damage does your pistol do?
10 mil does 4 damage normally.
Okay, +1. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Right, yeah. You line up on the beast's remaining head as it twists and turns around. It chomps its teeth down on the arrow and pulls it out of its butt triumphantly, just as you put the single 10 mil rounds clean through between its eyes. There's a satisfying explosion, and it looks like someone threw a blancmange against the wall really hard, and it falls over with a thump.
Now we wait for the hunter.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't stand to see an animal and it's suffering that way.
Oh, I thought you were.
What did you shoot?
Radstag.
I thought you should. I thought we were gonna bounty it off to the hunter.
Is it? So is that like better edible than those things we ate earlier?
Oh, most definitely.
Maybe
well, yes.
someone should go and cut it up or something.
Clean
Speaking
it.
of hunters,
I've studied how to butcher a deer. I'll take a crack at it. Would that be survival?
Yeah, you'll just cut
it
into
would.
a deer with enough tumors and warts on its skin, so don't worry about it.
Just cut around those.
but speaking of the hunters, as Martha joins Macintosh by the corpse of this beast, and while the rest of you do whatever it is you intend to do, 3 men approach with bows with arrows in them. They're holding them pointing down, not at you, but they look a little bit peeved.
It's a nice bow
Hi,
you
I'm
got there.
Martha Meyer. This is Officer Macintosh. We're from Vault 501.
They look at each other and then look back at you. They're dressed in sort of ragged remnants of suits with stripes on them. No shirts underneath, but they wear strips of cloth tied around their necks. All of them wear bowler hats as well and carry quivers of arrows and bows.
Shit, it's Scousers. Run.
One of them seems to be the older one. Steps forward from the others. I am Harrods. I speak for these hunters.
I'm
well-
Jeeves. Pleased to meet you.
Seeing as we
And I'm
sort of
Zira.
Seeing as we sort of work together to bring down this here animal, maybe we could all share some of the meat.
We put in a solid 9 to 5 when we shot this beast and tracked it across Ulfark. It is ours by right of first strike.
Huh, yeah, but you didn't finish it. You still would be hunting for it if I hadn't done it. You left the
wasted
poor thing to
meat.
suffer.
Vera sneers at the tribals.
You wasted meat.
No, the meat's here. It's good. Just Just scamper off, little tribals. Go away.
Why don't we just split it? Sound fair to you guys? Better than having to shoot this out with us with laser weapons and automatics, and you guys with bows and arrows.
Why don't we just have a good old-fashioned barbecue?
Because this is food for our Muta tribe.
Guys, I think we have plenty of food with us, but Muta tribe, where are you guys located? Where are you from?
We move to and from the city.
Oh, excellent. We're heading towards Barry. Are you heading in that direction?
We would take this beast to trade, but
Well-
you attempt to take part of our kill from us.
We could all head to Barry together, and then maybe once we're there and protect this kill, we could talk about some sharing, some trading.
Share with you? You are not part of our tribe, and I
Well,
do
not
not share.
yet.
And I do not share meat with whites. And he stares at Vera.
How much?
Yeah,
are
well,
you
we
planning
don't
to
share
sell
meat
this
with
for?
you either. So fuck you.
What
How
did you
much
say, Tin Man?
sell this for?
I put my bottles of booze away and draw my gun. This ain't gonna happen.
Whoa! Okay,
Well,
this is just a deer,
everybody-
guys.
Everybody calm down. There is no need for violence here. How much did you plan to sell this deer for?
No, we would butcher it, sell the skin, sell the meat, buy travel meat that goes further, much better. Would have to see what the prices are at market. Which is me saying it will take me too long to figure out how much it's worth, actually.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just thinking I've got a few caps. I could probably buy some of the meat so that I can cook people
Yeah.
something
Does
nice and
anyone-
red roach.
Does anyone among us have a decent charisma score? Because I sure don't.
Yeah, I do, along with the scoundrel trait.
Yeah, it's just you don't normally use it. It's your hidden
Yes.
superpower.
I was about to say, yeah. So
I
how
have
come
a
you act like an
charisma of 8.
asshole?
I have a
He is an
charisma of 8.
asshole.
I have a charisma of 8 and a speech of 3, so I could use my charisma.
Yeah, but you already told them to fuck off. So-
My charisma is 7, so I mean I'm
Okay.
quite happy to barter for some meat.
yeah.
Next time I'll remember my charisma.
How, Jim, how long do we think that this meat, if we keep it, how long will it provide for us?
Oh gosh. break out Fallout 76 and figure out how long it's gonna take
No,
before
right.
it
Or
decays.
Enough time to get where we're going and do what we have to do.
It should last you a couple of days, yeah. Especially if you cook it, then it'll rot slower as well.
All right.
God damn it! Why are
there has to be
things
a
always
rule
so
for
hard to
breaking
find? Yes, there's probably a rule in X. Food, scopes, stocks, weapons. No, that's not it. Loot tables. No, we want to find out about the stuff, not.
Well, we could maybe look this
Uh,
up later and offer them
Yeah.
X caps.
Yeah,
We could offer.
I kind of
them-
want to know though.
I could offer them some tea bags. I have 560 of them.
Is there a quick start for this?
Yes,
There is, I think.
little
Yeah.
private chat.
Guys, we
I
do
actually have
have
the rule book.
food.
Well,
with us.
while I'm looking, I can listen. So
We do
All right,
have
I'm gonna-
food with us.
Hang on a minute. Everyone, hang on a minute. Have these guys, I walk up to them. Have you guys had alcohol? You have any alcohol available? No?
Yes, our tribe knows many cocktails.
I take out one of my bottles. Look, why don't we sit down? We'll have a few drinks and we'll resolve this. Want a drink?
That's pre-war too.
Hmm.
I mean, just
Old.
good shit.
So I hand him the
This is-
bottle.
He sniffs it suspiciously and takes a sip. Yes, this is good. But can you make an old-fashioned?
Well, we don't have any ice or anything here, but like I said, I'm willing to share it with you, but we need to get some supplies to continue on. So why don't I share this bottle with you, and you share the meat with us, and we all leave amicably, because option 2 requires me putting bullet holes in you.
Okay.
Now,
Make
calm
a make a barter roll with a bonus dice for the alcohol.
How many die do we have in the pool?
Yeah, I'll take an extra die from. I'll take 1 point from the pool as well.
I think you got 4 at the moment. Someone needs to keep track of it.
Yeah. So
Thanks, not me.
3 successes.
So I guess I'm not buying the deer.
Well, you still could. That might end up being part of the deal.
Hold on, I'll keep track. We're at 3.
I believe so. Chems, beverages, food. Okay. Radstack meat is worth 50 caps or 5 tea bags per unit of flesh, and you could get as many as 4 from it. And then the Radstag hide as well, be another 50. So what did you get with the drink negotiation?
3 successes.
3 successes. And he got 1. So that puts you a bit ahead. Okay. So between you and the hunters, you get through about half the bottle, and you end up coming to an agreement. One of the soberest hunter carves up the deer for you. He seems to be a bit of a dab hand at it. They take 2 meat and the skin, and they give you the other 2 meat.
Sounds good.
And let you keep the remainder half bottle of the booze.
All right. Shake your hand.
Good trade.
You go. Be good. Is your tribe in this area?
For now, yes.
Oh, you travel around a lot?
Never stay in one place.
Well, maybe we'll run across each other again, and we can have amicable trades.
Well, we should
bring more drink when we winter in Surbiton.
If we're heading to Barry, we could all head there together. Strength in numbers, right?
They grumble and look towards Vera, but given the extra success on the negotiation and the booze, they grumblingly agree to go with you the rest of the way.
All right, let's go.
So most of this settlement, Berry, just looks like a bombed-out ruin, like most places probably do. But towards the center of the town, which was most sheltered from the gigantic blast back in that direction.
Kids, we're in northern England.
Things are a bit more built up and have been rebuilt to some extent. In the center of the town is the market square. It's not market day, but there's a market of some sorts every day here. The building it's being held in front of is a sort of neoclassical design, pillars and all of that business. Its roof has been much patched and repaired with segments of canvas and what looks like a couple of big old aeroplane wings used to cover up the holes in it. The market stalls are all sort of simple wooden frames stretched over with radstag skins or skins from the aurochs, the giant cows that you've seen around. And there's a good variety of stuff on sale, but it it's not a full market day. The hunters part company with you with a bow and go over to join some more of their clan mates who are hanging out next to a big wagon with a couple of aurochs tied up to it.
All right. So what's our orders as far as this place goes? Thomas?
What do you mean?
What do we got to do here? You got the little map with the little places we got to go.
You can read your fucking Pip-Boy too, right?
Yeah. What the hell do we got to do here?
Get to a high point so you can ping the system and it can try and get a fix on where exactly you are.
Whoever's nearby or selling just a local that I see, I'll say, "Hi, excuse me. I'm Martha Meyer from Vault 501. Could we talk to the overseer here?"
The what? Sorry, would you like to buy a chicken?
Oh no, thank you. I'm hoping to talk to the overseer.
Very good chicken.
Oh, right, maybe. But first, I need to talk to the overseer around here. Are they available?
I don't know what an overseer is,
Person.
but I have chicken. I mean, look at the plumage, right? It's all there. No scabs.
So beautiful. Maybe someone who's in charge around here.
I mean, my memory's not what it used to be. But if people buy chickens, it really helps.
Martha, he doesn't know anything. Look, we got to get to a high point. So what do you look around?
Are you sure you don't want a chicken?
Take a look at the chicken.
Sir, I'm sure you'd like a chicken. You look like a man who needs a chicken in his life. You won't find a better chicken in these parts. These are the most fuckable chickens you'll find anywhere.
I'll take one of these chickens.
So these are the sexiest chickens for miles. You won't find a more fuckable chicken.
Are you a communist, sir?
A what?
A communist. Because only communists fuck chickens.
I'm trying to sell you a sex.
Communism is the very definition of failure.
It's capitalism. If it was communism, I'd just give you a chicken.
Communism is a lie.
Well, this is a chicken that I'm trying to sell to you, right? So that's capitalism.
And I am trying to buy a chicken. How much is a
chicken?
Yes,
to you, sir, a mere 2 tea bags.
I'm afraid I only have caps.
Caps, eh? Oh, God. That means a long trip down south to trade them in for anything. How many you got?
Vera hands 2 tea bags to the merchant.
You'll probably just eat it. He looks you over at your scabrous skin and hands the chicken over.
Well, that's what people used to do with chickens.
Here you are, madam. Don't worry, all my chickens are bisexual.
Well, it looks like I'm not buying a chicken either.
I hand Jeeves the chicken.
Wait, are these used chickens?
Did you want a used chicken? Used chickens are cheaper, so half price.
They lay broken eggs.
There you go. You notice that in some of the cages, the chickens have a kind of blank 1,000-yard stare and are rocking backwards and forwards, traumatized.
So, as a robot, I'm assuming I produce some heat, right?
Yes.
I could incubate eggs.
You could incubate eggs. That's true. You could.
So could we.
You need a cockerel as well.
Break the eggs. As a
Actually, you have an integral boiler, so you can incubate eggs and make tea and purify water.
And cook the eggs too.
Yeah.
You start with 1 chicken, and then you get 2 chickens by hatching the eggs.
You want to settle down and start farming now, Jeeves?
It's a harem of chickens
for the rest of your life?
I like your enterprising spirit, sir. I'll sell you a cockerel for a mere 1 tea bag.
I hand the merchant 1 tea bag.
Ah, well, there you are. Let me just get the cockerel. Not so much call for the cockerels, you see. Not many people bat for that team around here. But here you go.
While they're enjoying their chickens, me and Martha are looking for that high point to get our signal.
So,
does anyone have a piece of string so as I can tie these chickens' feet to my shoulders?
Comment by Dana.
Jeeves is trying to become a sex robot.
No,
Well, I
Jesus,
mean,
So,
aspirations.
chickens don't fucking fly off.
the highest point is either the top of this building that the market is in front of, or a rickety church not too far away through the broken streets.
So I turn to Martha. You want to go to that church down that way so we can get away from the goings on?
Yeah, I mean, which one looks safer to you?
I don't think either one of these are going to be safe to climb.
Church it is.
All right, so we head off.
Okay. Are the rest of you going to catch up once you've suitably shibaried these chickens? Jeeves' shoulders.
I don't have anything to tie him with.
Oh, the chicken seller is happy to provide a bit of string, but he elbows Jeeves in the side. So clink clank, kinky. All right, you make your way through the tumble-down streets. There are other carts here and there of people who've come to use the market, but a lot of the remaining intact buildings seem to have been shored up with bits and pieces of junk to keep them whole. Seems like maybe a couple of hundred people live in what remains of this town. The outskirts have all been scavenged dry pretty much to build up the center, but it's civilized, at least somewhat civilized. In fact, here's a sign of civilization now. In the graveyard that surrounds the church, someone has uprooted and replanted some telegraph poles, upon which are hanging cages with people in them.
Oh my god. Are you okay?
I'm not eating those.
I wonder what crime they committed.
Yelling up to the people in cages.
Yeah.
Are you okay up there?
Martha, it's best to just play along.
Are there any guards or anything on the road underneath them?
There is a rather bored-looking man, an old tin army helmet, with a rifle, old-fashioned-looking rifle, leant up against an old park bench next to him. He's eating a sandwich.
Hey, Tin Horn there. What was the crime of these guys?
Which one?
In general.
Tried to run out on a bill. Stabbed someone. Resisting arrest.
How long do they How long do they hang there for these crimes?
Depends.
Depends on who.
Well, it depends on how long it takes them to die of thirst.
It's one of those kind of prisons. That's nice to know.
Aye. Well, you got a keep order.
Yeah.
If you don't,
you just mind me asking that church bell there, that high tower, is anyone there in there?
no. I mean, religion's become out of fashion a bit since the Great War.
So nobody going to take offense if I go up there so I can see the lay of the land around here?
Fill your boots, mate.
Thanks. I'll walk off and head that way.
Okay. The rest of you?
So Martha,
Doing
that
anything?
looks like their version of justice here. So I'd suggest not running out on any bills.
Yeah. Well, the guy Martha called up to slams his head up against the edge of the cage and looks down and goes, "No, I'm fine, just hanging out, you know." "Of course I'm not all right, you daft bin."
Martha just ashamedly runs following the detective. I can't just do that. That's sick.
Well, you know, history has all kinds of all kinds of punishments for all kinds of crimes. This is just the one they picked.
I
If,
prefer
if the vaults weren't refined, we would have had to do something like that.
Well, I prefer the community service model that we use in Vault 501.
Sure, it's a lot nicer, but I bet you this gets the job done.
I don't know what things are like in a vault, but out here, well, I point to the chickens. Things are they're pretty fucked up. Some of the crimes you see out here are grisly.
No
Well,
kidding.
considering what you were going to do with the chickens, I agree.
I wasn't going to do anything with the chickens.
Well, you were in the little chicken party there.
Yeah, well, you can eat chickens too.
Okay.
And John, we shouldn't judge them for what they do in their cultures. If Anton fucks chickens, it's none of our business.
Okay, Anton. Well, you can stay down here and fuck chickens. I got to go climbing up this bell tower so we can see where we're at.
I, on the other hand, will judge you harshly for it.
Well, you didn't come here to fuck spiders. Yes, the old man. We're set in England. Yeah, which they've only figured out recently. All right, so the big old doors to the church are still relatively intact, but they grind a lot noisily when you push them open. Seems like no one's been in here in at least decades. The roof has leaked. There's a steady drip from the high arches of the ceiling. The stained glass windows have been torn out, which just lets the cold and the damp in as well. There are pools of water all over the floor, and many of the pews have broken down into a sort of sodden, soggy wooden mush.
Well, go around till I can find the entryway up to the bell tower.
Okay.
It's a set of stairs somewhere.
Can everyone make perception survival rolls, please? You need 2 successes.
Okay.
Perception survival?
Yeah.
2 successes?
Yeah.
I got 8 successes.
That
Anyone
is
mind
2
if
failures.
Yes. I have 2
Take a
successes.
Anyone mind if I take a dive from the pool?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're down to 2 now.
I believe so. If you
no,
get more successes than you need, that adds back into the pool.
Yeah, no, Grim. I'm keeping track if no one else is. If
Okay.
you guys want to just
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not on a 1-for-1 basis either. The one die costs 1 point, 2 dice cost 3, but 3 dice cost 6, and the pool max is 6.
Okay, I just bought 1 for 1, so
That's fine.
let's see.
All right.
2
So
failures.
who at least 2 successes?
I think Macintosh is the only one.
Okay.
No, I got 2.
Oh.
You got 2 as well. Okay.
I got 2.
So the rest of you sort of walk around the outside, though it's a stone floor. It shouldn't collapse or anything. You should be fine. But it's always the safest way to move. And then Anton and Macintosh move a bit slower, more wary, checking the place out. Both of you at the same time pick up on a slight sort of grinding noise coming from a pile of half dissolved pews in the center of the main chamber of the church.
Shall we investigate?
Well, you don't know unless they've said something.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Sorry. Go ahead.
What
guys
do we
can-
hear about?
Yeah, why are we here?
To get up high and get a...
John's going up to the top.
You guys look like you might have heard something.
Well, until they say something, I'm continuing on with what I was doing. So I'm still looking for those stairs heading up.
There's something crawling around in the middle of that shit.
Well, maybe it's friendly.
I seriously doubt it.
What's,
All right.
what's Thomas pointing at?
A big pile of wooden pews that are partially kind of broken down in the center of the room.
Uh-huh.
All right, take my my rebar, that big ass walking stick I've been using, and poke at the pile.
Okay. You step over more closely. What's anyone else doing while he does this?
Just the length of the stick, though.
Drawing a gun and getting further away and saying,
Yeah, same.
maybe we should not mess with.
I'd rather it face me to the front than get me in the back.
She'll
Say, I fuck chickens.
aim at the pile.
Despite my looks, I am the face, not the bronze.
As ghouls go, she's quite shapely as Vera. Right. So John edges closer and closer and closer to this pile and then nudges it, the piece of rebar. A plank of wood falls away from the others and slides down. And as it does so, it reveals an insectoid face underneath the stuff. You just see a sort of cluster of mouthpieces chewing away on wood and a few tiny little black beady eyes staring at you.
Does this look like anything we saw before?
No.
Bug or anything?
It doesn't look like the goldfish or any of the mutant beetles or anything you've seen around.
All right, step back from it. If it doesn't look like it's attacking or dangerous, then I guess I'll ignore it. Ignore it.
I think it's edible.
You're not sure what it is yet, but it might be.
Hey, do any of you wanderers know what that thing is? Anton, do you know what it is?
You want me to roll for it?
Yes, you need 2 successes. Intelligence survival.
And
help with
on
that.
is right.
Because I have a total of 10 with my intelligence and survival.
You can roll as well if you want.
Okay. That's a failure.
No, 2 failures.
Yeah, same.
Jeeves,
No
do you
idea.
recognize it?
It's a duck.
No
Right.
idea. Just back up.
Jeeves, do you recognize it? Hey, Jeeves. Jeeves.
Do you want me to roll Grim or just say no?
You can roll if you want. You're
No,
the
I'm
last
not.
person who's got a chance of knowing what it is.
It's
No.
it's not person. I'll roll for it just in case. But I got 1 success.
You believe it to be a giant woodlouse or roly-poly
Is it dangerous?
or pillbug.
Or cheese log if you're from Reading.
Yes, cheese log. Or, as these gigantic ones are known around these parts, a chuggy pig.
Is it dangerous?
It's a chalky pig. It eats
Nope.
wood.
I don't think it's dangerous. It's just eating wood.
It shimmies its way out of the pile of wood, and you see that it is basically an enormous grey isopod.
It probably tastes like lobster. If you would like me to cook it for you,
Sure, go ahead if you can catch it.
can I shoot it with my laser eyes?
you can.
Why make it mad?
Right. So 2d20 again. I haven't read the combat rules yet.
Yes. With it's energy weapons is the roll, I think.
Energy weapons perception.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got to get 5 or less. I'm going to spend one of those point things to get an extra.
Give you extra dice. Okay.
So I got one success.
Okay.
Motorcycles keep roaring by our
How much
church.
damage does that do?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
The dice, it says combat dice. It's on
6-sided dice.
Yeah, I can roll for you if you want. Laser eye, 4 damage, dice, piercing, 1 energy. So, do you want me to roll?
I've rolled 4. So that's 1 damage and damage effect trigger.
Yeah, but you roll 4d6 and you actually get an extra one. So you roll 5d6 and then you total up all the effects.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit fiddly without the novelty dice, but it's not that complicated.
Okay, so I've got 4 2s and a 3. So no damage for 4 of them and 1 damage for 1.
Did you attack this thing?
Right, and no special effect. Okay, and its damage reduction is pretty high, even though that's an energy attack. All right, so Jeeves gives the Chuggy Pig one of his extra hard Paddington stares and goes gort on it. A beam of red energy flies out of his eyes and pings off the Chuggy Pig's shell and zaps off up into the rafters. There's a boom as it hits damp wood, and you are all showered with smouldering splinters. The Chuggy Pig seems unconcerned and starts chowing down on another pew.
All right. I'm continuing up the stairs to the.
Maybe you shouldn't do
fuck
that.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this
Maybe
thing
you should
seems
also
very
check
difficult
it. That
to
seems
cook.
kind of dangerous. Don't you think?
Please stop shooting it. You're going to piss it off.
It doesn't seem bothered. It should have just cooked with that. I'm rather confused.
Right. Can John make an athletics roll, please, to climb
Sure.
the stairs successfully? You only need 1 success.
All right. Well, I'll just do it straight up then.
It's just they're narrow and slippery, and you don't want to put your weight on the handrail.
Yeah. Actually, I got 3 successes.
Okay, so that's 2 points back into the action pool. All right. You make your way swiftly up the steps and emerge out into the bell tower. The bell is still here, hanging, but it looks like people have made some attempts over past years to remove it, so it's not hanging particularly well. To get even higher, you'd have to climb outside, and you're not too sure about that.
Is there anywhere I could throw up a loop of cable?
Holding onto the window parts, you sort of lean out and look up. It
Like
has
a gargoyle or something, you know?
Yeah, it has a conical steeple. There's some crenellations around the edge of the tower. You could loop something around that.
Well, I'll try that then.
Okay.
Is that another athletics or?
Yeah, so you can loop the cable around you, around that, and around you, so that if you fall, you'll only hurt yourself a little bit. You have a bonus die to climb again, but this time you need 2 successes.
All right. I'll grab one of the points from the pool. It's not too bad. 3 successes.
Okay. So that's another point back into the pool. All right. So, yeah, you lean out, judge it, wrap the cable around, wrap it around your waist. You should probably buy some actual rope at some point, given how much you get used to getting out of this cable. And then you edge your way out and around and about halfway up the steeple. This should be high enough.
All right. So, yeah, once I'm up there and I'm in a secure spot, I start pinging on the Pip-Boy to get the signal.
Yeah, so you sort of hold on as best you can, reach around and tap the buttons and twist the knobs. And after about a minute of chugging old-fashioned hard drive noises, it registers the signal and ticks a little box to show that one signal has been confirmed.
Great. 3 more before I can call it a day. Son of a bitch.
Well, two more. You don't need to go to every site.
He doesn't.
But yeah. Going down the stairs is easier than going up, and you emerge, and they're all still discussing the Chuggy Pig, which is just
I make sure
gnawing away on the wood. Yeah.
Make sure I bring my cable. All right, this is done. Don't be in a rush to say thanks or to start moving out of here. Just keep playing with that bug.
Yeah, you're literally alone.
All right, I'm leaving. So you guys can all sit here and play with the bug.
Detective, you should come practice on the ropes course sometime. You're awfully good at climbing around.
Apparently, you guys make the near senior citizen. I got 1 year to go and I'm 55, but I'm the one climbing on top of the buildings. Thanks.
If you ever need help, you can just ask. We're here.
But if you break your hip, we're going to have to shoot you like a lame dog.
I'm sure you will all come and help because you're all so excited to help when you can instead watch the bug in the middle of the floor.
Hey, you're paying me. Just ask.
All right, I'm out of here. So you guys can keep watching the bug or you can follow.
I want to keep an eye open for anyone selling guns or selling armaments in the market.
Let's get that rope too.
Make a luck roll. Just luck, I think. No, luck and barter.
Okay, so that'll be a 4. And I'll put a dice. I'll take a dice from the pool.
Okay.
Great. So I got 1 success, and it was
okay.
Barter was 1. So yeah, 1 success.
All right. So yeah, you were all kind of dragged along as Downs marches with purpose back towards the center of town. As you catch up to him in the market square, when maybe you can grab a bite to eat or a drink or something and figure out your next move, you do see a sawn-off shotgun on one of the market stalls that just seems to be selling bric-a-brac and odd bits and pieces.
Okay. All right. Not in the market for a shotgun, right?
Do you mention it, Martha?
I guess I mentioned that I was hoping to find a rifle. I have been rifle. That's the kind we use in the firing range for practice.
Well, so you found something instead of a rifle?
Well, there's a shotgun right there. I've never fired a shotgun.
Oh, well, let me go look at it. Go look at the shotgun.
I could teach you how to fire a shotgun, Martha.
Go.
It's pretty simple. Just the end with the holes. Don't point it at your face.
I go to the person selling the knick-knack and bric-a-brac and ask him how much he wants for the shotgun.
Yeah, a wizened old woman whose skin has turned nut brown from radiation and sun exposure peers at you from under a pronounced brow ridge as you examine the shotgun. It looks like it was once a very fancy shotgun, but then someone sawed off most of the barrel and most of the butt, turning it into a much less fancy sort of pistol shotgun.
Yep.
It's an over-under, impossible to tell what make and so on, really, at this point. But it looks clean, reliable, just a bit old.
Yep. How much you want?
You like that, do you? Let's see, what do they cost? Weapons. That's ammunition. Small guns. Double barrel shotgun. 4 tea bags.
How,
Am I the only one with the tea bags?
old lady,
If
how much
so,
is that
I
in
will pay
caps?
for it.
Caps. 50.
50.
Yeah, they're really inconvenient. I've got to find someone else willing to take them.
You got any shells for it?
Yeah, some. She roots around in some boxes underneath the stall and comes back out with a single shotgun shell. Ta-da!
You know anyone else here's got some shotgun shells?
You might find a few, but the mayor usually snaps up any ammunition. He just didn't want this one because it's birdshot.
Well, I don't know. I think if you came down a little bit on how many caps, I think we could make a deal. I try to barter with her.
Why does the mayor hoard all the ammunition?
Yeah, he likes to be the one with guns, you know, and nobody else. Yeah, make a charisma barter roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to use my fancy hat to roll that again.
Okay. It is a nice hat. She seems entranced by the hat.
Yeah, and that's 4 successes with my fancy hat.
4 successes. Okay, well that's 4 successes added back to the action pool because she didn't roll any successes. So you still want to pay caps, yeah?
Yeah, I think it should be, maybe around 40. I think 40 is fair.
Yeah. I've been trying to shift it a while. Tell you what, because I like your hat, 30.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you.
Are there any money changers here? Or where do you all go to change caps?
Oh, well, the mayor handles that in the corn exchange.
So take the shotgun, put the 1 shell in it, and
yeah.
I guess I can look around. So no other stalls in the market have shells?
No.
King George might be able to help us with changing caps into tea bags.
Where's asked the old lady, where would the mayor's be if I want to see if I can get some shells from him?
The mayor, well, he's usually in the corn exchange.
Can you point me to it?
She points at the big neoclassical building with the airplane wings covering its roof.
Oh, so
it lies yonder.
Well, thanks. I wasn't sure if it was going to be the same one with the regular market, but yeah, okay. Thank you. And I guess I'll head over there.
You're welcome. Thank you. Come again.
Yeah, so I'll head over there.
All right, so that's sawn off. Do you want the stats for it?
I got the book.
Okay. Well, it's a double barrel shotgun with the sawn off barrel mod, and the and no stock. So you can
Double
figure
barrel.
that out. All right. So you head into the corn exchange. So the bones of the building are pretty old. The walls are stone. It held up well to the apocalypse. And then at some point before the war, the interior seems to have been turned into a theater of sorts. And then the mayor and his cronies moved in and they tore out most of the theatrical seating and have built a sort of throne for the mayor on what was once the stage. There are various merchants and cronies of the mayor going around sorting things, making exchanges and deals, receiving people from other towns, taking tribute, that sort of thing. The mayor himself is a pretty big fella. He has a long beard, combed out and oiled. He looks like a sort of Viking lord almost. He's wearing a sort of greasy black sheepskin on his chest with a crossed bandolier of shotgun shells. And he has a couple of guards in what passes for a guard's uniform here, which seems to just be the tin hat and a rifle or a shotgun. That's as far as their uniform seems to go. There are electric lights in here, hooked up to something on the cables coming down from the ceiling.
Okay. I look around behind me. Did any other characters follow me, or am I alone?
Yeah.
I followed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to first. I'll go by the stalls. You said there were some traders in there.
Yeah, actually, we're at 2 hours. I need a quick break. So if we take 10 minutes or 15, what do you prefer?
15.
15-minute break.
Sure.
And then we can have our audience with the mayor when I get back.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
I will remove everyone, and I'll put some music up while we're waiting, and I'll see you in 15 minutes, which is on the hour, conveniently enough. All right. See everyone in a minute. Is everyone back? Sound off.
Yep.
Yep.
Hello.
Groovy. All right. So, to set the scene again. You had entered the grand old corn exchange, which has been shorn up with tarps and old aeroplane wings and things. There is electric light inside from old industrial lights cabled up to some power source, which seems to be up in the roof somewhere. Sometime in the past, it was converted from a corn exchange into a theatre. Since then, a whole bunch of the chairs have been ripped out, though there still are plenty. Presumably when the mayor wants to hold audience over people. There's a handful of guards. The mayor himself, who is a big beast of a man, sat in an improvised throne, who looks like a Viking lord of old, mixed with a Mexican bandito. So he's a big barrel-chested guy with a big, heavy, black, mucky sheepskin, crossed bandolier of shotgun shells, lording it over all he sees around him. And there are various bits of business from his court going on around this whole big chamber. What do you want to do?
I just wanted to ask one of the guys off to the side, is there a currency exchange around here?
Currency exchange? Yeah, the money changes over there.
I'm looking
at points. Okay, so I'll go first. Right, so you ask about moneylender. He points over to a corner closer to the stage, where a little man with old optician spectacles, the ones where you slide all the lenses in, is sat with some scales and making trades and deals for precious metals, bottle caps, and tea bags.
Sir, I've got some caps here. Thought you're the guy I come to exchange them.
Yeah, he looks up and squints at you, changes a few lenses in a sort of blur of hands, like he's used to doing it a lot. Yes, I can exchange your cap for tea bags.
Should be pretty simple. I just reach into my pocket, drop out 10 caps.
Well, see, that would be a bag, but then there's my fee and the fee that goes to the mayor, so you're going to need another 2 caps for a tea bag.
Why do we operate on this system anyway? I mean,
because there's lots of them around and they make an easy trade.
Yeah.
Don't ask me, the traders decided on it. Do you want your tea bag or not?
How much could I get for this? And you don't barter, do you?
I don't, no, but you could barter with somebody else. Oh, I don't know. What have you got? Might interest me on a personal basis.
I'm gonna slide across the Radcoat hollow tags.
Ooh,
we've got this very nice chicken.
I'm gonna make sure no one else is around when I'm doing this too.
Yeah, he tongues his lip and examines them, holds them up to the light. Give me your caps and your tags. I'll give you 3 tea bags.
Fair enough. I have no barter, so I don't know if I'm being ripped off or not. All right. You didn't get these from me.
Of course not, sir. Not at all. He taps the side of his nose. Can you make a perception plus speech roll, please?
All right, that's 8. I'm gonna buy a die to throw in there.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay, 1 success of a 6, and then 2 20s.
I'm trying to remember how the botches resolve.
Complications.
Yes, each 20 creates a complication. Some adverse incident that affects play. Okay.
Jim, Jim, you can also take 2 of the
True.
action points as well for a complication.
Yeah, actually, tell you what, that's what I'll do.
All right, we're out of points, guys.
No, they're separate for me. So you still keep your points, but
yeah, it gives him extra for his pool.
All right. Yeah, he smiles at you with broken, crooked teeth, and then goes back to his money changing.
I'm about to end up in a pillory.
No. Does anyone else want to exchange anything? Yep.
No, I'm looking for someone along here. You said there were some stalls in that there were traders. Seeing if any of them have shotgun shells.
They all say no. We're here to trade with the big man.
So none of you have any?
Oh, I got some, yeah, but he's a good regular buyer, and it's good to keep him sweet,
All right, well, I guess I'll go talk to him.
All right. So you go on up to get an audience with the mayor. What's Vera and Martha and Thomas doing?
I'm
And
also
Jeeves.
trying to talk to the mayor.
Okay, so you join John talking to the mayor. Vera? Is he back?
No, I'm back. Sorry, I was muted. So what's going on? Sorry, I got distracted.
You're still in the mayor's building. John and Martha have gone to get an audience with the mayor to see if they can buy some shotgun shells. Anton just changed his caps for tea bags. What do you want to do, if anything, in here?
I want to go assist with the mayor.
Okay. Thomas? You're muted. T-shirt?
What?
What do you want to do?
Just staying near the others, just casually assessing everything and getting ready to kill anything that looks, threatening.
Suspiciously communist. And
Suspiciously communist, yeah, possibly.
And Jeeves?
Oh, Jeeves has no need for all the things that these meat bags are trading.
This is true.
I guess I could try and see if I can find some spices of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
Something to make the food taste a bit less like stuff I found.
Like what it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, spices. That's pretty expensive stuff. So yeah, the mayor gets first pick, but there is a spice merchant here. So yeah, you can spend some tea bags and get a couple of pots of probably chili powder, and probably more likely to be local herbs than spices necessarily, but they still take effort to find and pick and so on.
There's no because I'm thinking like in the full official Fallout universe, there's loads of like cans of cram or spam.
Yeah.
I would have thought there'd probably be like, because you get the big Asian supermarkets that are just full of like madras powder.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You'd probably have like vast quantities of curry in England.
You probably get things like long pepper and stuff too that grows local.
Yeah, you can find whatever this world's equivalent of Patax is. Probably some jars and sachets of various things. I'll have to come up with them. Patel's. There you go. Patel's packet spice, instant vindaloo, instant korma, things like that. You just stir them into whatever, and it'll give it a bit of flavor.
And
Probably not
Patel
going to be
on
any
the
good for our
can
American guests.
is a
but-
certi- Okay.
Sorry, what were you saying, Jeeves?
It's probably like not going to be any good for our American guests who are not familiar with such delightful cuisine as the Vindaloo.
Yeah.
We've got Indian restaurants. I think what I've heard is
in this universe though, because this is like effectively
Yeah,
set
true.
back, like
I mean, it's the
50
Fallout
years.
universe. Indian food at this point in time just is like any piece of meat, like from a rad roach or whatever, and with shitloads of curry thrown on top of it.
But for
Yeah.
for
thinking
Bothweller,
American, you didn't.
yeah,
have
we're going off of like what
curry.
an American suburbanite has eaten in the 1950s, like dialed up to 11. So really, the spiciest thing we're getting is maybe some buffalo sauce on the cram we're eating. Probably black pepper would be exotic. Instead of the gross Jello-based foods we're
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about all the gelatin-based foods. But remember though that Fallout did not happen in the 1950s. It happened in 2077.
Yeah, but it's the spirit of the 50s. So.
Yeah,
we're eating
it's an
Vienna
alternate
sausage.
universe.
encasing whole hams in gelatin.
I mean, in Fallout, the in-universe reason, at least in Fallout 3, is because the society needed to become more cohesive in the U.S. So, like, brainwash people and make media like the 1950s, and then
Yeah. We had the gelatin thing both in the Victorian era and in the 1970s.
I always wondered about that.
We
All
also
right.
had gelatin. Sorry, my alarm's going off. We also had gelatin in sort of medieval times. We also had blancmange as well, which was a savoury dish.
Yep.
And then
Right.
that's
Anyway.
when the-
So yeah, you can blow caps on or tea bags on spices.
In England, you had
one-
weird shit like a tin of jellied eels or something.
Yeah. So you can have one pack of spices for each tea bag you want to spend. All right. Meanwhile, the rest of you get to the front, and the mayor's assistant ushers you forward for your audience.
how does the mayor react to me?
He looks at you with obvious disdain, his lip curling in disgust, but he doesn't say anything mean.
Oh, similar to how I
What?
react to the tribals.
Yeah, how do you do? My name's John Downs. I understand you're the mayor.
How's it going,
Yes.
asshole?
Yes, I am Mayor Applewhite of Bury.
Well, Mayor, I understand you you basically locked down all the ammunition. We need to speak to you if we want to get shotgun shells, rifle bullets, etc.
Yeah, bullets is hard to come by, and I need them for my guards. So, I has first dibs on anything that comes in.
Was
Well-
that convenient?
Well, how much?
I
How much
how
would it
much?
be to get some shotgun shells from you?
You're presuming I would sell you any.
Well, I can't
Rather
find
than-
out if I don't ask you.
Well, that's true. The money changer scurries across the stage and whispers in the mayor's ear. Tell you what, bring your whole party here. Let me see who you're traveling with, and I'll consider it.
Well, I point to the others. Hey, Jeeves, come over here. Thomas, let's get everybody over here for a minute, please.
Anton's gonna eyes on every exit. Is there eyes on every exit?
Yeah, there are guards at each of the exits. The cleanest way out is the main entrance, which isn't particularly guarded.
Anton's gonna head over to Vera.
Okay.
All right, so that gets us all here. Once Jeeves arrives.
I sold them something. I think it might have pissed him off.
What happens?
The mayor jangles some dog tags in his hand, and as I look at them, lifts up a monocle.
That's what I was talking about.
So one of your number is Anton Warren. Which one of you is that?
That'd be the robot.
But nah, he was just some cunt we killed along the way. I figured this would be worth something.
Not sure I believe you. See, there's a standing warrant from the king for any deserters from the Radcoats.
And that's why I took it. Found him strung up in a tree, along with this las pistol. Laser pistol. Sorry, wrong universe.
And then you just sold these dog tags to my money changer for way less than the bounty's worth.
I'm not a smart man. I just had 10 caps and he wouldn't take them.
See, I reckon you might be a really not smart man. I think you might be Anton Warren, just trying to get shot of your tags.
How much is the bounty? How much did I miss out on?
The bounty, it depends on the individual in question, but for a private, I understand it's 10 bags, which is worth a little bit of trouble, I'd say. So, Mr. You in the At, what's your name?
John.
John, you want some shotgun shells? I want the man here to trade in. Next time the Radcoats come through on a patrol, tell you what, you sell him to me. Yeah, I'll give you 20 shells for that hog leg of yours. What do you say?
He's even if he was who you were looking for, he's a troop member, and we don't leave troop members behind.
And tell you what, I'll give you another 20 with a chippy with the nice pins.
No. I'm gonna keep her around. But I don't really know this fella. He's just been tagging with me on the road for the last little bit.
You hired me.
Yeah, that's what I said. Tagging with me.
Maybe there's something else we could do. I don't know. You're probably a busy person. Is there any way we could help out around here? Do some kind of favor and we can forget all about this? That's gotta be
You flirting with me?
Mayor, just let me talk to him for a minute. I'm gonna step aside with him. I take Anton aside. So, yeah. Anton, is there something you failed to tell us?
No, is there something you failed to ask?
I don't need to ask. If you did something that's going to get the girls that I'm in charge of and Macintosh in trouble, I don't care about the rest. They're not from the vault. I'll put the bullet in you myself and hand you your corpse.
So you're
be
saying
honest.
I can stick around.
Be honest. Be honest, and I'll stick up for you. You lie to me, and I'll shoot you myself.
You haven't been very kind to my friends so far.
No, I'm a fucking old rat bastard. Haven't you told? You can't tell? But I get the job done. I'm always the last word on it because I get it done. Now tell me the truth. Is what they say true? You're some sort of deserter?
So, sorry to interrupt, Jeeves isn't actually here, but we could, sell him for the bounty and then just break him out.
Does
It's
Anton
free
reply?
money.
Yeah, does Anton reply or no?
No, he'll take a minute. I'm tired of running. The Radcoats, bunch of they're just another
Okay, so
big
what he says
gang.
is true. What he says is true.
Yeah.
All right, let me deal with it. Just keep your mouth shut. And I go back to him.
You better not
as-
fuck me on this, John.
Go back to him.
Martha's still babbling, trying to half flirt, half work out a deal. Unimpressed man.
Is Vera weighing in as the other charismatic member of the group?
Vera's like, hey, if you wanted to Martha, and there's me.
Martha has zero charisma.
Yeah.
She's a nerd.
Martha, can you and Vera take Jeeves over and see what other spices or stuff can be arranged? I need to speak to him for a minute.
Okay, but remember, we don't leave.
I understand. Go.
So,
I have a
Macintosh
charisma.
Macintosh has been on watch the whole time. So if anything kicks off, I'll let you go first. If anything kicks off.
I'm gonna grab.
So
Yeah.
Mayor, basically what you said is more or less true, but he signed on with me, and although he didn't tell me, I'm not going to let you take him. But I bet you have something around here that needs to be done that your little ragtag boys here can't handle. But I bet you I can.
You any good at killing?
I'm very good at killing, and I'm very good at solving problems.
There's a little town down south, quite a ways, completely taken over by whites. Should be some good loot there if we can clear it out. But there's all these, he glances back over at Vera, all of these walking anatomical diagrams mooching about the place. If you were to clear them out and then report back to me, we could ignore the deserter.
That sounds like it's something I could do. We split some of the bounty though, since I obviously need to still, have bullets and pay these guys.
Well, you're doing the job. I'll give you the shells up front, and we don't take your friend there. That's the deal.
Like I said, that sounds good enough. Is there anything particular that these, what do you call them, whites?
Whites, yeah.
These whites did? Or are they doing?
Just a bunch of flesh-crazed atomic leftovers.
All right, but I get to deal with it my way.
I don't give a fuck so long as they're dead.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, give the man his shells. One of his servants scurries forward and carefully counts out 20 shotgun shells for you.
I'll just take those.
And you, he stabs one big pink sausage finger towards wherever Anton's lurking at the back.
Yeah,
After this, I don't want to see your fucking face around here again.
Fair
Oh
enough.
shit, he's a norther.
All right.
Look, you, I don't want to see your fucking face around here again. Got it?
Get one
All
of
right,
your,
then.
get one of your scribes here to make us a little map of where we need to go to get your job done.
Yeah, he doodles a little map for you, and then once that's handed over, he's like, off you fuck.
Martha makes the most
Let's go.
awkward and stiff, flirtatious face and says, "Can I have a rifle?"
Martha, it's probably not the appropriate time.
Maybe, he gave you some bullets. I thought maybe I could get a gun out of this.
Well, maybe if you do a good job, love, and you come back, maybe I'll give you a bonus. And a gun. Hilarious, my lord.
Come on, let's get out of here. Let's move it, Martha.
There's nothing funny as an implied rape. Yes.
A wizard shape, my lord.
Jim, on my Pit Boy, I sent to Thomas, hey, keep your eye on the way out. I'm expecting a backstab.
Fortunately, though, the backstab does not come.
That'll be later.
As soon as he gets out, Anton's going to just vomit all over the ground.
What's wrong with you?
He looks up at Detective Downs. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just remember,
a dog
there's gonna be
wanders over from the market to lick up the vomit.
Just remember, there's going to be a bunch of these white heads on your conscience when we have to gun them down.
They've probably gone feral.
Hopefully.
Wow.
Martha pats him on the back. Hey, you're in Troop 501 now. No one's left behind.
All right. So, Vera,
Nice.
you're going to be okay
Thanks.
if I have to gun down some of these whites?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody's left behind except all those people who couldn't afford to get a place in the vault, of course.
I may have been feral at one point, but screw those fucks. They need to die.
When I return from buying some Patel's spices, is anyone going to explain to me what we're doing? Or
Yeah, Jeeves, I actually called you over while you physically were gone for coffee or were gone for whatever you were doing. So your character was actually standing with us.
oh, in which case I totally would have interrupted things.
Yeah.
Well,
that might not want to have happened.
Well, you didn't get a chance to.
let's just use hand wave power to ignore that and move on.
Okay, well, assuming I'm still there then.
Yeah. Well, no, he sent the others over to get you. So, and help buy the spices. So now you're all together again outside. Right. You should be able to get down to this target town because it didn't take you very long to get here. So I think we will at least get you there and see how a fight goes if a fight breaks out. And then we'll see how we're doing for time. Because combat seems to be fairly quick. Just need to find my reference. There we go. Okay. All right. So any last prep before you head down to this target town?
Do you guys think we should buy some chems? Get a little
Yeah.
some prep for this fight. Is there anyone selling chems in this market?
Yes, plenty.
Can I
It's
get
quite a
a
lot of-
rope? Sorry,
Yes, you can.
Nagging me since you recommended it, and
Yes, you can get a rope. Let's say half a tea bag or 5 caps for that.
I'm gonna ask one of the sellers here if there's anything that could help with using a gun with aiming, and also if they have any med X.
Right. Let me see. Consumables.
She would have known what steady was. But
yeah. Beverages. Chems. Medex. Medex will cost you 5 tea bags per dose.
And do you have anything that could help with aiming better?
Aiming. Do you know which drug that is in the actual game?
Yeah, that would be steady.
Steady.
I don't know if that's-
Don't think that exists in this book.
Okay.
But I can gauge it off something else.
Jet.
Yeah, we'll say the same cost. And if you take it, it'll steady your nerves, steady your aim.
Okay. And that's 5.
5 tea bags per dose. Yes.
And I have. And the exchange rate is 5 caps per
10 caps to a tea bag.
Okay. Oh, I can't afford either of those. Okay.
Do you have any like junk you can barter with?
I might. I've already. Let's see.
Jim, I'm going to look around to see if there's any pieces of armor that'd be useful to add to my jacket. Something I could wear over the top.
I have some goldfish eggs. Oh, but those are good. We might want those for glue. I don't really have any junk to trade, so we're going.
Also, what we need are stim packs.
Yeah, they're the same price. You could get some old military ballistic weave woven into your jacket. That'd cost you 2 tea bags.
Okay, will it increase the armor above what I got?
It'll increase the armor on your chest and arms by +2 physical damage resistance and +2 energy damage resistance.
Yeah, but that's less than what I have already.
No, it's +2 on top.
On top of the weave that I already have on the jacket?
Oh, you already have armor weave on it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
then,
of,
okay.
Like a metal breastplate or something that I could flip over it.
No, there's nobody. Yeah, there's nobody skilled enough to upgrade that. You could maybe get a helmet, but then you'd lose your hat bonus. So.
Yeah, no, it's all right then.
Grim, I can trade a buff out. Would that be 1-for-1 with a Med-X or a steady?
Yeah, they'll happily swap that 1-for-1.
How much does it cost though? How much was that you could do to the suit?
That would be 2 tea bags. But
2?
if you've already got an armor weave, then you can't.
No, that's not why. I go over to I go to Martha. I'm like, Martha, find a spot to strip down. Give me your clothes because I'm getting you some armor.
Me? Have you been drinking again?
Did you not listen? Listen. Strip down into something else. You got other stuff in your pack. Give me this set of clothes so I can get it reinforced with armor so you don't get dead.
Oh, yeah, I have some long underwear in the pack. Well, duck into a private alcove and head over the vault suit.
That's the last
you get
one.
as much
Get that done.
You get as much privacy as you can, and and hand over the vault suit. So
you have to give her the stats for it.
Yeah, so it's if it's on your vault suit, so every location other than your head now has +2 damage resistance to physical and energy attacks.
Okay. 2 physical and energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
To arms, legs, and torso.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes. Anyone else doing anything else?
Yeah, I want to exchange the buff out. Med-X is in game. That's a boost to your damage resistance and a boost. To all
it increases your physical damage resistance by 3.
Okay.
So it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I'll trade. I'm trying to decide between that and the steady. But well, with the weave, I'll trade it for the steady. 1 buff out for 1 steady.
Okay. So if you're using steady, you can increase the effective skill level of any of your shooting skills by 3 temporarily.
I'll mark that down. It's also addictive. So
Yes. So if and when you take it, we have to do get addicted tests.
Chem monster is the only way to play Fallout.
See, I tend to avoid them other than stim packs.
Me too.
Always when I play. Yeah.
I think if you take the perks, they're worth it more.
Yeah.
In Fallout 4, there is a perk that lets you use chems without any adverse effects.
There's
So yeah.
perks in all the games that let you do that.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Fallout 4, the only way is to play as
So-
a female lawyer that just does nothing but takes Psycho and Jet and uses her fist.
Single female lawyer.
She gets addicted.
So once the vault suit is upgraded, I'll go back to Martha with it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's now got these armored panels sewn in here and there.
Yeah. And I'll put that on. It's not as pretty as it used to be, but it'll keep you safe.
Yes, there are probably T grades, like different bottle caps are probably worth more in Fallout, or should be anyway. Rarer
God,
caps.
why does it feel tighter now? I don't think that
Because
was
there's
possible.
ballistic weave in it.
Well-
I told them to lift and separate while they were putting it together.
Well, thank you.
All right. If there's nothing else,
No,
I've already rolled for encounters. So screen wipe after a few hours trogging south over the broken mess of southern England. Slowly, the town hoves into view. It's nestled in a valley protected by a steep hill, so it wasn't butt blasted as much as many of the other towns and so on have been. But everything seems to be covered in a sort of powdery white ash looking down at the town. So fallout probably from other surrounding areas fell pretty thick here back in the day. Even from this distance, you can see the shambling, twitching forms of ghouls that they call wights, apparently, around here, moving around the streets and so on. They seem to mostly be congregated towards the center of the town, where an old supermarket seems to be based. You can get a pretty good view down on the whole town from up in the hills. And it seems that you're not the only ones up here. Some guys have a little camp a bit further around on the hill. You can smell their food cooking from their campfire. And they seem to be scavengers sort of picking at the edges of the town as much as they dare. And they seem to have hauled up quite a supply of electric kettles and hot plates, toasters, things like that, which they've loaded up into their handcart. But they're largely ignoring you, so unless you want to bother them, it doesn't seem like they'll bother you.
I'd like to see if they would like some curry. Must be about dinner
Okay.
time.
Martha, do you have those glasses?
Yeah, here they are. Or I could take a look. I don't know.
Whichever. I
Your eyes
want to try to see how many of those we think are feral and how many, they're just sort of totally lost, or how many are directing them or in charge or anything like that. See what we can see.
Okay. Let me just handle Jeeves' little mini encounter first. All right, so Jeeves wanders over through the woods. It's like a little copse of trees, really, on the side of this hill. Up to these scavengers. They look over at you warily. One of them steps forward and has a closer look at you. What are you, Jeeves model?
Yes. Very
Yeah.
astute,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, it's my business. Scrap dealer, that sort of thing. Yeah, you're in very good nick.
Well, thank you. I was just wondering if you would care to join us for some food.
Oh, we were just cooking ourselves. What have you got?
Cook yourself.
Venison vindaloo.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
good.
We were just going to have some rat. But if you're offering to share,
If you have some rat, you could certainly throw that in the vindaloo to give it some more flavour.
I'm just thinking of that Spike Milligan. Put her in the curry. With the Dalek. Yeah. Well, we've already got a fire going. Bring your friends over. We can cook it all together.
I'll just go and fetch them. I'll just wander back.
Okay. So, meanwhile, you guys were observing as best you could. Choose one of you to make a perception survival roll, please.
Yeah, probably.
And you can re-roll one of the dice for the opera glasses.
That's not going to be me.
Yeah, Martha, you're gonna want me to do that.
Okay.
If you give me the opera glasses, I think perception.
I got a perception of 8.
I got 10.
You get 10?
I have a perception 5 and survival 3.
Oh no, perception. Oh, you have perception 8. All right, sorry, I was doing it combined. Perception and survival for me is 10.
All right, so do you want to stay with us while I'm overlooking the thing, or do you want to go with the Curry boys? You can do it too. I don't care.
I'm staying in the back.
Yeah, maybe the three of us could just take turns looking through it, see if any of us catch anything that we.
Anton probably. Hang on a minute.
Choose someone to take the lead.
Yeah.
And you other two roll a single dice.
So Anton, you have the highest. You have a 10. I have a 9 for this.
Okay. So Anton rolls 2 dice. You others can roll 1. But because you're all using the opera glasses, you can re-roll 1 dice, any of you.
Survival check, right? Or perception?
Perception survival.
Okay.
If it's on the dot, it counts, right?
Yeah.
Got 1 success.
Got 10. Yep.
I got 1 success as well.
I got 3.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Martha and John.
And
no, I didn't get one.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a tag. Sorry, I always forget. Tag skill, so that's 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh, well, then I have 2 successes as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, guys. Is everyone staying with us? Because part of you guys were supposed to be going to deal with Jeeves and the Vindaloo thing.
Well, then Jeeves is bringing.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because suddenly
Well, after
it went from 3 of us to like everyone standing around handing glasses back and forth.
So this is going on while I'm talking to the people you don't know about.
You've got enough successes regardless, all right? And you can fully recharge your action pool. Between you, spying down on this area, you estimate there to be about 30 ghouls meandering around the main square, which actually looks like a sort of double roundabout in the center of the town. All of them next to the community mart.
Okay, but do any of them appear to be moving with purpose, the way Vera does, as opposed to just wandering like a zombie?
No, most of them seem to be wandering about in a twitchy, jerky motion. Some of them seem to be lied down or standing still, inert.
That's so many of them.
Don't worry, maybe I can sneak through them.
Well, I mean, I think we have to kill them all, right? That's what the
Well,
mayor
yeah.
said.
If we
That's the
want to
job.
get Anton out of trouble for a little while.
I mean, we could always just disappear. We don't got to go back to that town for any reason, right?
Well, that supermarket looks pretty untouched.
Yeah. So why don't we take a moment to think about it? We'll go have food since Jeeves is already arranging things.
I have an idea, guys. I'm gonna hit the console command and type in TGM, and then we'll walk in, kill the mayor and his guards, and just take over.
No, but I could throw some grenades at the ghouls.
Actually,
Well,
I was thinking, Why don't we try a lure and blow?
Yeah, well, phrasing, but yeah. I was thinking that too. If we just all ran through like Shaun of the Dead style, and then just led them into a place where we all just huck grenades off rooftops,
Or get them all inside one building, destroy a building with them in it.
Well, we need to make sure that building doesn't have any good scavenging supplies in it.
Everything these days is good scavenging supplies, but
Jim,
Mayor,
hang on a minute. Jim, are there any choke points, like a gap between two buildings, etc., that we could move down?
So the center is fairly open, but there is. So if you go past the market, then turning to the right, there is a narrow choke point alleyway leading through to a car park.
Okay.
That would probably be your best choke point.
I have a simple plan, guys. What if one of us, probably end up being me, I imagine, sneaks down, or someone better, hopefully, and ties off the length of cable to both sides of that tight alley there. We then attract them. Since they're basically shambling, if we're lucky, we can get them to trip and pile up, and then gun them down while they're off their feet.
All right, but
give us a nice choke point where we can just hit. Sound good?
Burn my rope.
I vote in favor.
Sounds good.
Well, I've got cable that's a little more durable than simple rope. So
You had cable this whole time.
you're right. That's why I collect it, and that's why I keep it. That's why I go back for it every time.
Wait a minute. Is this climbing cable? Or is this just coax cable?
Big electrical cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can climb that, I guess.
Yeah.
So you share a meal with the scavengers. Anyone who needs it can heal, but I don't think any of you are hurt.
Scavengers are hostile as soon as you approach.
No, they don't turn hostile. They're quite friendly once you offer to feed them. Also, the spiciness of the meal is the most flavor some of you have had in 200 years. So at any point during this battle, you can re-roll one dice because you've got a full belly and something to fight for.
Good job, Jeeves.
Okay. To set up our plan, I don't think anyone in the group is sneakier than I am. I don't know about the people from up here, but I know about Thomas and Betsy and Martha and me. So
I gotta. If I'm using agility, it's a 7 total.
Yeah. Well, it's a specialty for me, which is the kind of important part. And yeah, so it's up to you guys. Do you want me to do it, or does someone else want to volunteer?
If it's tagged for you.
Would feral ghouls actually care about a robot wandering around?
You could always try
it. They probably wouldn't necessarily care about you unless you disturbed them, and they probably wouldn't care about Vera unless she disturbed them.
Yeah, if you guys want to count on the fact that they may not attack you.
Would that give us a bonus fight even though I don't have stealth tagged?
Well,
I think he means just pretending to be one of them.
Yeah.
Well, everyone is going to have to creep down into the town to get into the ambush position. But you two can move with relative impunity.
Yeah, it's setting up the cable to trip them on to make the attack. That's the important part. So
maybe Jeeves and I can draw them away from you guys.
Well, no. If you set up, if you two want to try to be the ones to set the cable up to act as the trip, and you can do it in safety without worrying about stealth, then I think you two should do that.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Isn't Vera gonna be like not even noticed by them?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
So the idea is for us all to get down there. The four of us to stay back who are living. Vera and Jeeves can go up, get between the buildings, find a place to tie off that cable, get it good and tight so it'll at tripping height, so like, right around the knees. And then once that's set up, one of us has to be the bait and attract them into the killing zone while the others are ready with their weapons.
This is essentially
I'll
the
do
thing
it.
what I did in your Empire of the Petal Throne game, Witch King, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
Where I ended up accidentally killing everyone who fell over and broke their necks on the.
Whoops.
Okay, so just to double check the plan, everyone's going to creep down to be in ambush position, but Vera and Jeeves are going to tie off the cable to create the tripping hazard. And then who's going to attract the ghouls into the trap?
That's what we got to decide.
I'll be the bait.
Are you the quickest of us?
No, but it's my fault we're doing this.
Well, that's a good
Well,
reason.
actually, am I the quickest?
Athletics. I think actually Martha's probably the best.
Yeah, but if Anton really wants to be the bait, let that happen.
Yeah, that's fine if you want to.
We kind of like Martha.
Okay, so then Anton can volunteer for it.
All right.
We'll clean
Okay. All right. You all get into position. So yeah, this is narrow alleyway. It forms almost like a funnel perfectly to where you've got this cable running across, and then the rest of you can hang out a bit further back. There's like an old wrought iron fence and some hedges that you can take cover in. So you should be able to plink away or throw grenades or whatever it is you want to do when and if the ghouls are all dragged down this little tunnel. So Anton then creeps out down the alleyway to the end. Looking to your left, you can see the roundabout and a few of the ghouls moving around. What are you going to do to attract their attention?
I'm just gonna yell, "Oi!"
Right.
Meet over here.
Fresh
Wait
Okay.
for face.
A bunch of them all go and look towards you and begin sprinting after you.
Can I blast one with a laser first?
Yes, you can.
All
All right. Make an attack. So besides the shot that you use, the rate of fire of the weapon, you can spend that many ammunition for extra dice of damage if you hit, which is a mechanic I forgot about.
So the range is on the damage, it doesn't add to your pool.
For the ammunition, you mean?
So I got fire rate 2. It would just cost 2 shots out of an enemy.
So yeah, it would cost you 2 ammo and you'd get 1 extra dice of damage when you get to the damage stage.
All right.
Okay. So you bring up your laser, aim at the first one, and fire.
I have 1 success.
That is sufficient. What's the damage on it?
4.
And do you want to spend the ammo for the extra dice of damage?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for you?
Oh, I just rolled it. 3 and a 4. So that's with an injury.
So, how much damage?
Oh, 1 die is a 4 and 1 die is a 3.
Okay.
Nothing.
That converts to
Nothing.
nothing.
Because 1 is 1, 2
Combat
is 2,
dice.
and 5 and 6 are the stars.
Oh, 3 and a 4. 1 damage plus damage effect trigger. Is there a special effect on the laser pistol? Is it penetrating or?
I don't think there was. Oh, piercing 1.
Okay.
Oh, the damage is different.
So right arm. Okay, they don't have any damage resistance unless you're doing radiation. So you do 2 points of damage.
Jim, did you make this damage chart? Because it's different than all the other 2d20s.
I took it from the book. So
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a different chart than the other 2D20 games use.
Okay.
Usually 3 and 4 are nothing on the charts.
I think I changed it around so it made more sense, so that higher rolls are higher, but it's the same probabilities, regardless. It just made more sense that way for me. I thought it'd be easier to read. But yeah. Okay. All right, so you wing it with your laser blast. It sears its flesh. It shrieks, and you hear more of them shriek, and they all start to tear ass after you. So you turn and run. Make an athletics roll with a bonus die because you've got a head start on them.
Do we have any points in the pool he can take if he needs it?
The pool is full at the moment. So.
Yeah.
You probably want to grab at least one from the pool. Make sure you get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Because I don't exactly have great athletics.
Spend 3 out of the pool then and get 2 dice.
All right. If you're everyone cool with that?
Yeah, because if you fall, 1, it'll screw up the plan because they'll stop and eat you, and 2, they'll stop and eat you.
All right.
We don't want them to stop and eat you.
Never have I rolled so many 20s in a game where I don't want 20s. I think Old Colt was like that. 6 and 4.
6 and 4. So
and a 20.
And a 20.
And
so
the other. Oh, no,
how many successes is that? 2?
That's 2 successes. Well, wait, no, that is because energy weapons is tagged, so that's 4 successes.
But you're running.
Right.
Athletics.
Brain fart. Yeah, no. So just 2 regular successes and a complication.
Yeah. So if I take that complication, and I give them another 2 dice. Actually, let's give them 3 dice. I never spend points.
And you also have that difficulty roll.
Okay, no, you managed to outrun them just, even though they seem to put on a sudden GM paid for turn of speed at the end. So yeah, you come hurtling down the alley with a bundle of ghouls in hot pursuit, leap over the bit of wire, and sort of half fall over the fence and hedge where everyone else is. The mass of ghouls comes into range. So everyone shoot.
I'm gonna
any order?
Steady.
Okay, well if you look at the combat rules, right, you can figure it out for yourself. Whatever weapon you're using, roll your stat plus skill for that. If you hit and you only need 1 success, then roll the damage. You can spend ammunition up to your rate of fire for extra dice of damage, and just tell me how much damage you do. Figure it out.
Yeah. You can also spend points from the pool for extra damage too.
Yeah. No, you can't spend points from the pool for extra damage, only to hit. But if you do a good hit, you do extra damage.
Oh, it says that in the book.
Yeah, it says you can't here. So.
Oh, so you change it.
Yeah, it says you can use ammo, not action points. It specifically says you can't for some reason. I don't really understand why, but I guess they don't want you to double dip.
Grim, I got 2 successes with 4 damage each.
Well, if you got 2 successes, then you roll damage at +1.
I got a 20 and a 19.
You roll damage at +1 because you got the special dice.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the damage on that gun?
Like I said, 4.
4. Oh. Then plus a dice for the extra success. You do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage and a special effect if it has one, which I don't think it does.
Yeah, it's 10 millimeter. Doesn't do anything special. Just kill things.
Okay. What did Anton get with his laser pistol this time?
Oh, I roll again. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, so that's +1 damage. How much damage does it do?
Could you roll the special dice? Or
yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I can do it if you want.
Alright.
So how much damage does it do normally?
2 dice. Or 2d6.
Okay. And so plus another one for the extra success. Do you want to spend more ammunition if it has a rate of fire?
Oh, it's got a rate of fire of 2.
So you could.
No, I think I already factored that in. Oh, it's got damage 4, so I roll 4 dice.
Okay. 4 dice plus 1 for the extra success. 5 dice.
Yeah.
It would be 6 if you want to do the extra, and it's penetrating, isn't it? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yeah. Hey Grim, you even have on your notes here that thing about extra damage and AP. You have it right on
That you can't do it.
No, that you can do it. It's the last thing on your AP spends. That's why I mentioned it. 'Cause I was looking right at it.
Something's contradicting itself. Who cares? I'll let you do it for now if you want to.
On your cheat sheet, it's the last thing on your AP spends. That's why I mentioned it.
Okay. Right. Who hasn't done damage yet? So Martha missed.
We should do it in order so people can
3
get
points
the AP.
damage and whatever the damage effect thing was.
Good. So it's penetrating with your laser vision, I think. So sorry, how much damage?
3 points.
3 points. Okay. Vera?
So I guess I'll fire my shotgun because that's the only short range weapon I have.
Yeah.
Hey.
So let's see.
No,
roll
guys,
to
it's
hit.
not a real dog.
Small
It's not a real dog.
guns plus agility. It's just gonna
Yeah,
be
baby.
8. That is 1 success, and I get an extra
That's a
success
hit.
because of the full belly. And for damage, where's it added damage? How much? Oh, it's 5 damage. Okay, 5d6.
Do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
3 more damage. Okay. And John, how much damage did he do?
I was just waiting till the other dog was done barking because mine's freaking out.
Yeah.
All right. Just a single hit. So regular damage.
So that's what, 4 dice?
Yep. Special effect. Nothing for the pistol because I'm not using the shotgun.
Yeah.
So just 2 points.
Okay. All right. So they come charging towards you down the alleyway. Laser beams, shotgun blasts, and bullets hammer into the front row of the ghouls, and the first 3 of them collapse under the onslaught. The others pile over them and keep on coming. They'll reach the cable at the end of this turn. Take another shot. Unless you want me to roll the damage, roll it yourself. Should be familiar enough with the system now, and then just report back how much damage you do.
Okay, I'm sorry to ask this again, but what does the full belly thing give you?
You can re-roll 1 dice once in the combat.
Okay.
Is that any die?
Any die, yeah. Remember, extra successes past 1 give you additional damage dice.
Grim, on steady, that raised my
Shooting by 3, so that's the score by 3.
Okay, so it's at 4, but it doesn't tag it. It still is just
No,
one
it's
extra.
just it's still a normal skill. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't we opt to leave our any extra we get into the pool so other people can use it?
You can if you prefer.
Oh, I'm
Right.
gonna use that then. I'm gonna take 1 more.
Grim,
Yes.
3 successes with 4 damage each.
So that's 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So that adds 2 to the damage. So that's 4, 5, 6 dice of damage.
Right.
Okay.
I got 1 success.
Do you want to expend more ammunition for an extra die of damage?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, because it's got extra shots.
Okay. And then if I'm rolling the damage for you,
You
which
are.
presumably I am.
You are.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 2 special effects. Okay, you blow one's head clean off its shoulders with a neat double tap, one in the chest, one in the face.
Ha!
Okay. Anton, damage?
Could you roll damage for me when you get the
Yeah, sorry, how many dice do I need to roll?
2 dice. Or if I have the rate of fire of 2.
Okay, so you're adding 1 on, but what's the base damage of the gun?
4.
Oh,
He's got the same gun as the rest of us.
4 with the pistol, yeah.
Yeah.
And how many successes did you get to hit?
I had 1 success.
Okay. So you do 3 damage. So you wing one of them. Okay, so yeah, Anton's damage.
I rolled it myself. 2 sixes.
So that's 4 damage.
A 5, a 4, and a 3.
Okay.
So those are the.
So I think that's 7 damage. Okay. All right. So we did Martha, did Anton. Jeeves, your laser vision.
Sorry, I'm muted.
How much damage did you do?
So I rolled a 1 to hit. How does
So that's a crit. So that gives you 2 successes.
Okay. Three fives, two 3s, and a 2.
So what's that work out to?
I need to work that out.
Okay. So on the second page of the cheat sheet, bottom left.
Okay, so 5 points of damage and 2 damage effect triggers.
Okay, so penetrating. Okay.
Also, if something does 5+ damage in a single hit, it does a critical hit.
Yeah. It's going to be fairly academic at this point. Vera, second barrel of your shotgun. What did you do?
I'm going to shoot again, and... Oh, you just roll damage?
Well, roll to hit, and then...
Oh, okay, I was like, wait, hold on. That is 1 success, and I guess I'll use the full belly to reroll this d20.
You already used your full belly last
my
turn,
bad.
so you... Yeah.
I thought I used it wrong, so I was like, I didn't know if I used it.
So, sorry, how many successes did you get?
That was 1.
1. So base damage, which with the shotgun is what?
5d6.
5d6. Okay, do you want me to roll for you?
Yes, please. I need to get these 5d6 handy.
2 damage. Right. And special effect, which I think is spread on shotgun. And Downs?
It's
I had 3 successes. I put 2 of them back in the pool because I don't want the extra dice, and I got 6 damage on the damage roll.
Okay, nice. All right, so you blast away more, searing off limbs with laser blasts, shotgun pellets peppering their faces, turning their screams from screams of anger to pain. More of them stumble and fall. Some of the others trip and fall over those ones. Others reach the cable. The front rank of them immediately trips over and smacks into the ground. The others begin to pile up on top of them. Now would be the time for a grenade, if anyone has one.
About to say, yeah. Grenade time.
I throw.
Does anyone have grenades?
Yeah, Vera does.
Right, it's an athletics roll to hit with the grenades.
Okay, let's see what my athletics is.
Don't.
Is 2.
Explosives, page 120.
Okay, we'll see if I can get under 7.
2 dice, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can take dice from the pool. Because it's important that the grenade hits.
Yeah, I'll take... how much does it cost to get an extra 2 dice.
2 dice is 3 points out of the pool, and it should have it because I put 2 back in. I know we had at least 1 in it.
So
Is that ever cool if I do that?
I thought we were at 2, so I had 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So, yes, you
so
take
if you
3
spend
and
3,
back 1.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in this game. Usually, you try to do things in order, so like each person is adding to the pool, as opposed to
Yeah,
randomly.
it's just for speed and convenience. It's easier to do this all at once. Yeah, so throw the grenade. That's an athletics roll.
20. That is not good. 20, 20, 15, and 13.
If you get more than 120, is that double?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, it's double complications.
Oh god.
Just more complications.
That's why we're here, because the fucking money changers.
You can spend luck.
Yeah, might want to spend your luck and cancel some of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To re-roll.
I have 5 luck points, I think.
Yeah, you can spend a luck point to re-roll up to 3 of them. It says here.
Yeah, so re-roll those 20s.
Okay, I'll
Please
reroll
do.
those 20s.
Because we do not need a grenade in the face.
Nope, we really don't.
Oh wow, that's 2 successes.
There you go.
Okay, so that adds 1 to the base damage for the blast. I'm presuming it's just a frag grenade, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Woo.
And they're all bunched up. So 5. What does the blast quality do? Qualities, blast. Every creature and other damageable target in that zone suffers the weapon's damage. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, that destroys about half of them, the remaining ones.
Hooray!
And I don't think you're going to have any trouble finishing off the others because they're all kind of in a pile. So yeah, just expend another 2 shots each from your ammo, and you've massacred the lot of them.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, the silence falls, and there's just this scene of absolute carnage in front of you.
So mark off 2 grenades.
Yes.
No. It was a grenade.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
I thought I only,
Mark off.
I only threw 1.
Well, I want to make sure I account for them all being dead, so a second grenade is probably a good idea.
Once they're all down, I want to pick through the corpses and get my cable out of there.
Hey, I don't blame
you.
you.
Cable is broken in several places.
No!
Yes.
Damn it.
That long.
Should have used RS-232.
That's okay. I get the cable from Betsy. Because I remember I got a cable for all 3 of us. So.
All right. So
Grim, I should roll for addiction. That study that came in such handy.
Yeah, it's difficulty 1. So you make I think it's endurance survival roll, and you need at least 1 success, or you've developed an addiction.
All right, 2 successes.
Okay, so not addicted. All right, we'll bring the session to an end there with the massacre of the ghouls, and then we can kick off next time with looting. And this is a spot where you can get your triangulation signal. So that's 2 things done, essentially. Right, let's do experience.
So that cleared out all the ghouls?
That's all the ghouls. There might be a few stragglers here and there in the buildings, but you've basically done your job.
There we go.
Experience rewards 329.
That was a good plan then.
That was fun.
Worked.
Real well.
Fish in a barrel. That's the advantage of fighting stupid things. Right. So let's see. We counted the quest as being complete last time for fixing the dish, so you don't get the point there. You do get the extra side quest for boosting the signal, so that's 20 XP. I have to divide it out between you though. So
You wanna do
then,
this after the section, or?
well, we're ending now, but
Okay.
you know, we try to do what players actually like, so we may as well do the
Yeah.
do the XP while we're still transmitting. Then you went to the town, got the signal from the church, and struck the deal with the mayor. Okay, then you massacred 30 ghouls. So ghouls are worth... where's the section? Mutated humanoids. 355. Okay. Ghouls are worth 10 XP each, so that's 300 XP for massacring the ghouls. And there are 6 of you. So that's 60 XP each on top of whatever you've got. It's a good idea to take a copy of your character sheet for yourself from the page so that you can keep track of everything on there. So
If you want, I can
reach level.
Probably reached a level. I am looking for it.
I think it's 100 points.
Yeah, it
Level
follows the 5th edition rule
Page
of leveling
49.
up.
Well, some of you had some XP from last time. Yeah, it's 100 XP to go up to level 2. Has anyone hit that?
Yeah.
How
you-
much XP do we get?
You get 60.
Okay, 60.
And you were on 0, so you're not leveled up.
Yeah,
But
me
Martha and John might be. So
Yeah, we are.
133.
Is
Okay.
Betsy leveled up, or is she not going to gain the XP from this session?
won't get the XP from this
Okay.
section, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah, he couldn't make it today, unfortunately. Family stuff.
Yeah.
So what happens when you level? Each time your level increases, you gain the following benefits. Your maximum health points goes up by 1. Okay.
Use that on here.
Health points. I think it's in the left-hand side on your sheet.
Oh, there it is. Goes up by
Yeah.
1.
Goes up by 1. Okay. Once you've both done that, choose one skill to increase by 1 rank up to a maximum of level 6. It was 360 XP, so 6 sixes being 36, 60.
Pick one and then.
Yeah, one skill up by 1 rank. Probably something you used a lot this session. So okay, and you can gain a new perk.
Yep.
Hey,
I'll mute myself. Don't worry.
Is there a book of perks?
There's the perks are scattered through the various books, but there are usually corollaries to ones that you can get in the game if there's any that you particularly are thinking of.
Okay, yeah, I'll browse through that.
So yeah, you probably want to take more time to think on the perks.
Yeah,
yeah. Just get back to me.
Yeah, the big thing
before
are the
next
requirements,
session.
though. Because I know that
Yeah.
when I look through it, John has a hard time getting any because of the way his stats are.
Yeah, but yeah, I can help you sort out your perks before we play again. All right, thanks for playing. Congratulations on leveling up. Next week, T-shirt is running.
T-shirt. It's our last Cyberpunk, right?
It is.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
So
Will you make sure that there's plenty of elevators so I can actually hack it?
Why is it a shame that it's the last one?
It's been good fun.
That's the last one. I really enjoy that character I'm playing there.
You might enjoy the next game even more.
The Cyberpunk game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Cyberpunk's hard to beat. Zombies are just not as cool.
We're meeting in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, we're meeting for this in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Are you going to
Sorry,
join us for the? Oh no, you're not in that campaign. Sorry. No.
Anything else before we close down?
No, that was good.
Nope.
it's fun.
Thank
Cool.
you.
All right, so hit me up on the Discord if you need anything or want to talk about your character leveling. We'll see anyone who's still watching next time. We had 50 people at one point, which was nice. And I know we were restreamed on a couple of places. So who knows how many people watched us there. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Aiming for 6 sessions total for this mini campaign, but it might go a bit longer or it might be a bit quicker. We'll see. Good evening.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.